Welcome to the Orclahoma Bowl 4 episode of Both Down, the #1 Blood Bowl podcast.
Where we do many retakes every fucking time.
What'd I say?
No, we're going to
you
go
actually
with
got
this.
it right
You got it
that
right.
time.
Oh, okay.
But I just wanted to drop the F-bomb.
Why even try? Why not just say fuck?
Fuck, motherfucking fuck. Fuck.
Oh, my God.
Oh, fuck, God, my nipples are hard.
Fuck.
We're earning the explicit rating tag today.
Yes.
I didn't realize,
my
Drew,
God.
you were so pent up on the show.
Dude, he is
Yeah, I pen up all the time.
I'm surprised he doesn't angry hump you during the episode.
That's why we have a
at some
producer. That's why we have an editor.
That's why Craig's there.
Yeah.
point. What, is he really the fluffer? He just goes on loads on
Oh,
him
yeah,
and then
hell yeah.
No, he's
man.
just on the
Comes in.
computer. He's just cutting and editing and covering his eyes most of the time.
He's tricking people into watching dirty pictures.
It was you about
Welcome,
5 minutes
everybody.
ago.
We're drunk on sushi and
God, ginger.
cold rice that Steve had.
It was
And pulled chicken.
Yeah, it was cold chicken and rice.
It was because our sushi rolls were amazing, and they put that all behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Drew liked your food, right?
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. If you said fuck, it's great.
You almost wanted to censor yourself.
Yeah, I know I did, but I can't. I don't have to censor myself now. Oh, man, this is awesome.
This is a show
Well,
for
no,
adults.
Yeah, it
Toby
is.
Candy store right here.
Or children that shouldn't be listening to this because they're
Yeah,
immature.
kids, don't listen to this. If you have kids and you want them to listen to
Do
something,
you think you
listen
have any
to
underage listeners that listen to your show and hide it from their when we were kids we'd hide the heavy metal albums.
We
and all
don't
this
have any
stuff.
listeners.
I can't imagine.
Oh,
that.
that's right.
That's
right.
not true.
you
I've
do
listened to your
we
show.
listen.
I was
Not
talking
every
to
one.
somebody. I don't remember who it was, so I apologize. And they were like, "How many listens do you get?" And I told them how many, and they're like, "That's all." I was like, "Thanks."
Well, how many fucking listeners do
I
you got,
thought it
buddy?
was-
Exactly.
They were
what's
like,
your
I
show?
thought it was in the thousands. I mean, there's so many Blood Bowl players. I figured it would be a much higher number. I'm
There's
like,
only a small
"Meh."
percentage of people that listen to podcasts.
Exactly.
It's the
in
cross
general.
section. Yep.
It's
Yeah.
And that's why I told him, I'm like, I can't get mad if someone doesn't listen to podcasts
course not.
because if I didn't have
I
my
mean, we have
job, I wouldn't.
We have a
Yeah.
guy in our league who's known us all this time, and he has not listened to one. And he goes, "I just don't understand them. I don't understand the point. Why would I even bother?" So it's
Yeah.
Well, we have. I mean, Andrew Miller doesn't listen to anyone's podcast.
Yeah, he wants to be on.
Well, he wants to be on.
Yeah.
But he doesn't listen to the podcast.
Yeah,
We're
we-
like, screw you. You have to listen first, and then we let you on.
Well, we got a
Oh.
show coming up that we plan.
And take a quiz,
Yeah. And take a quiz.
There you go.
and then take a whiz.
Ooh. Sexy Boba Fett. Wait, what? What's going on?
So we're gonna try to talk some Blood Bowl.
yeah, listeners are probably
in
more
this.
confused than normal.
So
we
why do we
apologize
have
right
you here?
now. Huh?
Maybe we should explain why we have guests.
We have guests because we just got off a record-setting event that kicked off the Scars Tournament Series, which is the Southern Central Amorical Regional Series.
Very good.
Hey!
Well done. Well done.
You got it right.
And
Ross.
Insert applause here.
record-setting, 30 people, 33 paid, but 30 people showed up at
a lot of
Orclahoma Bowl.
no-shows, but yeah, it happens.
But you got your
And
money.
then we
Yeah,
had
right. Did
a
get their
few
money.
drop, and then a few join for Spiky Cup.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we retied the record the next day.
We had
Retied it.
30 each day. which was
Reinforced
very
it.
big.
Yeah, so from everything I can tell, we have I don't know, maybe one of the largest tournaments south of Indiana or something like that. So
Well,
it's amazing.
So
Certainly
in Indiana?
South of Indiana, west of the Mississippi,
Yeah, however you want to look
east
at
of the
it.
Rockies,
Yeah.
north of Texas. Okay.
Definitely
it.
bigger than Texas.
Number one.
Definitely bigger than
That's
Texas.
true. That's right.
Not
So-
everything's bigger in Texas.
There you
Oh.
Hey, I'm pretty proud, though, since we're in Oklahoma and there's we're a pretty dense population here. Or not dense.
Dense, like not-
The opposite of dense.
Density?
Like intelligent?
Oh.
Fun.
Yeah, it's all right.
Zing of the
Couldn't
day.
resist.
Hey, thanks for letting us stay at your house.
Concentrated?
While we insult were you.
No, we're not.
Close-knit.
We're
No, the
sparse.
opposite.
Family
Sparse.
oriented. Oh, sparse. Spread out. Okay.
I mean,
Spread out.
we're not like Texas, who has all these.
We're like
big cities.
gaping a-holes.
Oh, insert fisting
Okay.
joke here.
I
That's
can't,
an
I
image.
can't believe I'm the most serious one here.
Oh, man.
Okay, so anyways, we had a record weekend. Everybody had a great time.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
It was
absolutely.
great.
I told the guys, and you guys have heard this now for about the third time, but it was really like a mini Chaos Cup event
It was.
because people showed up early. We got together on Friday night and hung out. We got together Saturday, hung out all day, had dinner at a place, still hung out. Some people,
We
got
tried to
together,
hang
played
out on
games.
Sunday, and
We tried to do breakfast in the
we
morning.
saw Paul.
We saw Paul. Yeah, he got done dogging, and he came over, and had a donut with us, and then
things you learn in Oklahoma.
and some other people went to the donut shop that just missed us, and then they were all tired but happy and having fun, which is just like Chaos Cup.
Yeah.
The only difference is at Orclahoma Bowl Weekend, if you go 0-4, the next day you get a fresh start. Before you get mad and have to go through those games. So we actually play more games than a Chaos Cup in a lot of ways because we play 7.
If we're going there, Scott and I have not played our series because we play one tournament, not the other, typically. Or like this year, I don't get to play at all. It happens. But you two
Martin
have gone.
Van Linden, if you would have shown up, Steve could have played.
And we would have set a bigger record.
We'd had a bigger record.
But you two have gone to Chaos Cup, which is 6 games.
Yep.
All the same team. This is actually 7 games, but 2 separate tournaments. Which one feels like more Blood Bowl?
Are we supposed to say who we are? Like,
Oh,
who are you?
so we got Chance.
I didn't know.
We haven't said who
Drew
we are.
from 3 Die Block.
Who's who?
I know we go back and do the intro at the
Chance,
end,
tell
or you-
everybody hi. Oh,
Hey,
I didn't even
everybody.
say my name. This
Yeah, I
is
just
Scott
said that.
Prime. And
I'm
this-
Steve.
Well, if they're listening to Both Down, surely they know Scott and Steve.
Yeah, well,
I hope
kind of.
so. At
We're,
this
we're
point?
really terrible even saying who we are. So.
Don't sell yourself short, Scott.
Well, this is Scott and Steve, host of Both Down.
That's Chance.
Yep, that's me.
And
He's going to talk really fast, so we
that's
can't really
Orange
understand
Polly.
him.
And I'm not Polly, and you
You're
can
Orange
kiss.
Polly.
I am Orange Polly. I will take that.
Orange Polly. That actually sounds like
He's the OP.
like a color.
He's the OP.
You got this new GW color? It's
like-
really awesome. It's Orange Polly.
Oh, yeah, we got that.
5 people in the world are going to get that joke, and they're going to love it. Orange
I'm
Polly.
sure he's tired of living
like
in that
half our
shadow
audience.
of Polly.
Oh no, I like Polly's shadow. It's very comfortable and quiet down here.
Soft and velvety.
Soft and velvety.
Gosh, what's
Oh,
his Jimmy Crack Quarantine or whatever?
Froggy
Oh, my
went a
gosh.
courting.
Froggy
Oh,
went a
Lord,
courting.
don't.
Yeah.
Well,
Polly, you
so-
might be a nice guy, and I know you're never going to listen to this because we cuss, but oh my Lord.
That
Oh,
was-
Paul!
that
Oh,
would stop
you
it.
don't know Polly.
Oh,
Polly
really?
is like a motherfucking sailor, man.
Really?
That guy is like a motherfucking sailor.
I need a red penalty flag. That's gratuitous. Like, he's looking for reasons.
Just doing it on purpose
Really early.
now.
No, did you notice I also made eye contact right before I did that? I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm going in, baby.
Oh yeah. Every time you talk, I know you are.
I'm
He
going
almost
in
stopped
dry.
right before he put it in.
Exactly.
What were we talking about?
We were talking
so
about.
Steve actually asked us a real
Actual
Blood Bowl oriented question,
Yeah.
and we got all crazy. So
Do we all get to answer, or just these two guys?
Would you like to explain the difference between playing 6 games at Chaos Cup and playing 7 games that you have not done?
I haven't played 7 games yet.
Right. So let's just have the other 2 answer.
Sure.
I enjoy both events. Obviously, the one big advantage I think to Orclahoma is that I think Scott touched on this: is if you lose or draw a game early at Chaos Cup, you know you're done.
Yeah.
I mean, serious players
You're
play
screwed
there.
for
It's
6
all those
games.
games exactly. You need to go 6-0, or maybe 5 and a draw. You might get it, but you lose your first game or you draw, you're probably done. Oklahoma, it's 4 games. You could lose your first round and you could win the next 3 and finish in the top 5. You can set different goals for yourself. I enjoy that. I really enjoy the also the flavor where Oklahoma sort of is a quote unquote kind of standard Blood Bowl tournament. There's obviously the very unique flavor here, but you're playing your kind of good teams, so to speak, your tier 1s, 2s, and the next day Spiky Cup, bam, let's give a little emphasis to these stunties and encourage more people to play that aspect of Blood Bowl. So if you play the whole weekend,
And just craziness.
you get more a well-rounded experience of Blood Bowl, whereas Chaos Cup is you're playing one good team and you're going to face the other good teams and you're going at it really hard. So I like them both. I like the variety. So
I would agree with the fluff. Really, Chaos Cup straightforward.
yes,
It's a major.
Right.
You're there. You are not going to mess
As it
around.
should be, yeah.
You're playing and you're totally committed all both days. 6 games.
Yeah.
And I'm not really adding a lot to that. The one thing that I really do commend you guys on, at least here, is just the fact that you're like Orclahoma is sort of standard, but there's still good stuff on it.
Yes.
The weather table, despite the fact that certain people sitting to my right really sort of don't like the weather table, I find it fun.
it's unique and
It's
creative.
unique,
Yes,
and at least it pushes the envelope a little bit, and it makes you have to, when you're putting your team together, you have to think about
You
it.
have to take that into
You have to take
consideration.
that
Or
into
you should.
consideration. The custom star players, it shows your guys' dedication to the fluff
I
behind things.
like that, by the way.
That's really cool. And then finally, in Spiky, just a weird ass rule. This year,
Yeah, you can
you
get
get a
into
death roller. All right,
Or some
okay.
other crazy
It's
Warhammer
going to take
related
you above
vehicle.
12,
Yeah.
and you're going to keep going. So I mean, all of that stuff. I mean, yeah, and like I think Scott, you said earlier today something like, I like the look that everyone just looks just beat as all hell or tired,
Tired
or
and
whatever.
happy.
They're just
Tired and happy.
fatigued,
Yeah.
but still happy and ready
Yeah.
to play. I
Yeah.
mean, and you get that same look at Chaos Cup.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys know that I just had to go through the motions. And I'm not really trying to say that we're Chaos Cup.
No,
No.
I want
Right.
Chaos Cup to be Chaos Cup. It's awesome. I'll
Oh,
go
yeah.
back. And, I'm going to lose my games and be upset. But it's also like a mini vacation. And that's what this has turned into
Yeah.
ever since the spiky thing. Because now people can fly in.
And now
stay
that
a
actually
couple days.
we're getting a lot of people from out of town,
Yeah, that's true.
and from California this year, I can more easily go to a hotel and say, "Hey, I can bring this many people. Can I get a discount on a room or something?" And try to get everybody positioned at a hotel, and then we can be more centrally located and kind of hang out more. Because that's the thing that we're missing with Chaos Cup is Chaos Cup. Everybody, it's like a stay-over vacation. Everybody's at the same place.
Yeah.
You go, you hang out, you see everybody all weekend. That's it.
It's a lot to be said for that.
It's like camp. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I never went to camp, so
Besides about 8 hours each night, everybody pretty much saw us all
Yeah.
weekend.
yeah, I can vouch for that camp analogy. It
I
is
don't know
very
about
close-knit
8.
like that.
But it
yeah.
is
was
like,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
it is
5
like a
hours
camp
every night.
atmosphere, but-
Yeah.
So I think it's just becoming a great event, and I hope more and more people travel in and give us a shot. Because I know we're in the middle of Oklahoma, but I think it's great.
Oklahoma City is a major city. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's why you're getting
You have an
people from
NBA
California
team?
and Texas
Well,
and
They have
driving
a
out
major
there.
university here.
But a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
of people still. I mean, I don't know. I guess you have to really search and find something if you travel here to maybe hit some hot spots and
Right.
stuff like that.
Well, and when we come down, it's a 10-hour drive,
Mm-hmm.
but we hit a couple of different places, and we break it up,
Part
all
of the
that good
experience,
stuff.
the drive is so
Yeah.
we make it all part of the trip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think you said something earlier about you don't want to say that you're Chaos Cup or say that you're, but I don't think it's wrong that you do emulate some of this tournament on Chaos Cup, like kind of base the formation on it, and then
Sure.
put your own spin on it because Chaos Cup does a lot of things really well, and now you've done your own, and Steve talked about maybe getting a little bigger so that you have a hotel and everybody's kind of staying together.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes sense to take the things you like from a very successful event like Chaos Cup,
Yeah.
and then put also your parts into it, make it yours, make it both down's own.
I see the event if I had to mimic somebody, and I've never been to Slurpee Bowl, but I would hear tons and tons of stuff from that, and I know how much work he must put into that because we put in a lot of work for 30 people, and really it's not just. In some ways, you could say it's 60 people because you don't check just 30 rosters; you check everybody's bringing 2,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of hard
You got
work to
dice
check
for 2
rosters. I know
different
people think
days
it's
and
not, but there's a
different
lot of stuff you
giveaways for
miss
different
and-
days and all that
Right.
stuff. Yeah.
So
Luckily, you have coaches that will turn themselves in when you approve an illegal roster that was going to win me the tournament.
Right.
I mean, when someone the tournament.
Sure.
But I guess what I'm saying is, if I could emulate, if I had a goal to emulate maybe something here in the United States that we could get close to, or it'd be awesome if you talk about Chaos Cup, Slurpee Bowl, and Orclahoma Bowl Weekend. I would love to be in that conversation.
Pretty awesome,
every
yeah.
time. And
Leading
you
company.
get. I mean, Brian 2 comes out all the time. We got the Looney Shaman that came out, Jutsu Jeff. Some of these guys that travel around, hopefully they'll travel somewhere else and they'll talk about it. Maybe we can get more people in here.
There you go.
And stuff. So we hope word of mouth. I hope it continues to grow, even if it's small amounts.
Right.
And word of mouth. And it would be nice to have a group of 30 plus every year. It really would. I mean,
Well,
it'd
it would be
awesome.
nice if that scenario happened where, I like the store that we play at.
Yeah.
But if we start, if you guys start getting, say, 36 to 40,
Yeah.
the store's going to hit that
gonna
cap.
get
We
pretty
hit a
full.
limit pretty fast.
So, it would be cool to get it into that hotel, that
and
conference
realistically,
area.
we
But
could.
So you guys would like an environment more in a hotel than a game shop.
assuming that it means that you guys hit that point where you consistently hit 40 and the shop can
A
support it.
consistent thing. Okay.
A consistency.
The shop itself could support up to 50, 60, 70 people, but that means we take over the main room, and that means that we don't see each other as much.
Yeah.
Because then we're separated into 3 different rooms.
You'd have to have that extra room.
And it kind of just adds a separation that I don't particularly like.
We also played 2 groups to a table this time instead of 3 groups to a table, like you see at other bigger tournaments.
2 was way better.
Yeah.
It
Three
lets
is
you
too tight.
breathe and lets
Yeah.
you have some
Yeah.
room and stuff.
Well, let you play, length
if you want to play side to side or
Either way.
lengthways,
Yeah.
either way.
There's a lot of us that play on the side. As coaches, we play on the sidelines versus end zone.
In our leagues, we do sidelines, and we always kind of assume that in tournaments it's going to be end to end. So
Yeah.
it's like you tournament formation and league formation.
So it's just preference on that.
Yeah.
I like
So-
the idea of the hotel because Steve talked about it being kind of a camp environment. I mean, that's summer camp's a big thing for me in the summers, and I like that about Chaos Cup because you play, you run to your room, grab something, come back.
Yeah.
Everybody's there. You go down to the lobby, play games. Everybody's there. You want to
And
grab a bunch
honestly,
of guys and go eat, come back.
The last
kind of
couple of years, we've had people stay with us. We
Yep.
had Zerp Pass last time,
Who?
Brian too, both times, and
we went the first. What,
Slurpcast, they do something about
Yeah.
slushies or something.
I
the
heard.
Dreadball podcast.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
pretty much.
Romantic games.
the Mantic Backs one. But we have a little bit of that, and that adds to the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have good friends that come in, and you just get to hang out with more.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that at the store. As much as we want to trade, as much as we want to just shoot the shit and just hang out,
Yeah.
it's a different environment. You're not as comfortable no matter what happens.
Right.
And a hotel, like if we had our own room at a hotel, like at Chaos Cup, where we have the keys and we can stay until we get kicked out. Basically,
Right.
It adds a lot more of a atmosphere of inclusivity or whatever word that is.
The other-
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
Inclusivity.
I mean, I guess maybe I'm partial because I helped out at
Sure.
Wizards and stuff.
Yeah,
We benefit by not having to pay for a room.
That's true.
So we
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
We haven't came to that.
I can pump all that money back into
I know
prizes
talking
and
to
giveaways.
Brian Mitchell, who does Zor people, that's always a task every year. Finding not really finding a place, but building that into your budget. We haven't had to do that, so we get to get more prizes that way and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
I also like if my game is over, I could go talk to people, or I could go look and shop around.
The store's right there. That's true.
Now,
I
where
don't think
that
many
changed
people
it-
do though.
Where that, well, not many people. I say
Yeah.
I like.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
like the option.
Yeah, yeah.
When Rock Cup was at
I'm
the
with you,
game
yes.
shop that one year, I enjoyed that. Now I usually spend money I shouldn't.
Oh yeah.
And I do like seeing different places too. So I get you.
To me, Chaos Cup really, even though it doesn't change the environment, it did by having impact there.
Yes.
Because you get to stand up,
Yes.
you get to go around, you go look at miniatures. It just gives you that break, and it turns it into like not just a room in a hotel.
Exactly.
It turns
So
it into a
that's-
mini con.
Yes, it's a mini con.
exactly.
I've said that
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well-
that's the only thing I worry about is if we took Orclahoma Bowl out of a shop, would
Mm-hmm.
it feel too plain?
Oh, I can set up a minicon if you want a
Oh,
store.
so
He's going to
down
sell
south.
old
products.
comic books and He-Man figures.
I don't have any comics.
Ooh, are they in on card?
Okay, then I'm gonna
No.
bring
That's fine.
some of my
I'm
comics.
getting out of that, so we're good.
Yeah, if anybody wants He-Man figures, I got some.
I got a lot of World of Warcraft card game cards.
Yeah.
That game was so good. But
So
we
we're always
don't play
offering
it.
to buy stuff from our listeners. They're offering to sell stuff to listeners. That's the difference.
Yeah.
See?
Hoshikomi.
You are the kings of Blood Bowl swag. I
Give me
I saw some
absolutely bow down
Hoshikomis
to
this
that.
weekend. Do you really want those, or
Oh,
is that
God,
just
I
your gimmick?
love Hoshikomis.
Oh, come
I'm
on.
building an entire
Yes, it's your
Hoshikomi
feet.
human team.
Okay.
At a certain point in time.
You think we just made that up for the show? Like that
No.
was going to draw listeners in? His
No, Chance was-
Hoshikomi act?
No.
Obscure.
I am building a Hoshikomi
Yeah.
human team. It is going to be my team.
Yep, I've
Whenever
gotten it too.
I might use it as like Norse or something like that at a certain
You're
point.
just going to color code the bases.
Yep.
Okay.
And just go that way because I like Hoshikomi. I think it's just a great looking fig.
I used to want to
It
make a
is
whole
an
team
awesome
of
figure. And what used to make me mad about second edition is that guy had a skill called Itchy Feet, and so he'd leave the team after one game.
What?
That was a skill back then.
That's stupid.
It was like
Itchy
a
feet,
crappy,
not
extraordinary skill.
Not like athlete's foot, but like he'd got like nervous feet, like he want to get going. Like he couldn't
Right.
stay in one place.
I guess
long.
there was some
commitment issues.
Right, commitment.
Not like
issues.
athlete's foot.
Wormhole
Itchy
Gray
feet,
Scar,
okay.
that miniature that you see
Yeah.
in second ed, he had itchy feet.
Was it like on a dice roll or
No, he leaves the team after one game. I can go get the books right now and show
So
you.
it was just kind of like a
So you had to
star
hire him every
player
time?
almost.
Over and over
Obviously,
again?
obviously, we didn't play with. I mean, we didn't
Right.
play that way because we thought it was stupid. But yeah, he had the skill called
Happy
itchy
feet.
feet, and it says he leaves the team after one game.
okay?
Huh.
Total side note, Chance.
Yeah.
What's the name of the powder for burning feet?
Why you got to know
Gold
that?
bond?
Desinex?
Gold Desinex, something like that. Itchy
Sure.
feet. Desinex powder for players with itchy feet for the next critical
Oh,
cup.
yeah, a little old school
You-
stuff.
Sponsored by Hoshikomi.
Sponsored by Hoshikomi. Thank you very much. I could.
When your feet itch,
We're
and
not
you want
doing.
to
I
leave
was
the
just gonna
team,
say we're not doing his voice.
The super racist one.
You must get rice pork chop. And Desinex.
Wow,
I
yeah.
had
Desinex. Death-N-X.
Death and X.
What's
Okay, I like
funny is we
commercial.
actually had back when we were doing the whole,
Beating
star
up? What
players
is this
doing,
thing?
the hand
I don't
motion.
know.
They can't see.
Oh,
but we had star players doing drops, and I had a Hochikomi one
Yeah.
by my Asian friend,
Right.
but he did it in a regular voice,
Yeah.
so nobody knew.
Nice.
But he was Asian.
Very cool.
So it was funny to me.
Yeah.
It mattered nothing to
And that's why
anyone
we do
else.
this.
Yeah.
But
Very cool.
Prime, you get credit for that one.
okay.
Nicely done.
I'll take it.
Co-author credit. So,
So what else we gonna
Orclahoma Bowl 4, wildly successful. Spiky Cup, wildly successful.
What,
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, there was complaints
Bowl.
about Spike.
Okay, why?
People didn't like my racers.
Well, you know what?
There was.
I'll be flat out
Will you
honest.
hush? Everybody from Texas whined about the weather. This is how all
And half
tournaments
of
go.
Iowa.
If you run a tournament,
Oh, most
or
people did. I don't care.
if you never run a tournament, or if you're thinking about doing it, they're gonna not like your rules
Sure.
no matter what.
That's
They're still
fine.
gonna show up. So just do what you
Yep.
want. No, you're supposed to listen to feedback.
People always have opinions, and
But-
that's perfectly fine.
But I've never heard Brian 2 complain about the weather at Orclahoma Bowls 2
Why
and 3,
would he?
and because he had success.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
I do it too.
Yep.
I do it too. Well, I would have won this game if I would have just rolled a 3.
If it wasn't for that crazy dog,
Or if the Heat
I'll
hadn't come
get
up and
you,
taken
my
out
pretty.
70% of my team,
Right.
trying to
let's
defend the
go
lead.
Scooby-Doo, but okay.
Anyways.
I'll be-
Tornado Alley.
I'll be up front. I have issues
weather's
with
crazy.
each of the days. One thing I didn't like that much, but did that change the fact that I had a great time? No, had an amazing time.
Y'all want to
fine.
talk about
Well
your
worth
games
it.
or anything since you guys are guests, or we just
I
want
mean, we
to?
can-
No, we don't want to go through every game. I just want to hear that.
Oh, because y'all are going to do that probably on your show.
Final standings.
Probably.
Now we're down to one a month. We may not.
Yeah.
Because the next one's
I
the
mean,
Critical Cup.
yeah.
So
I mean,
we're going to go through every game.
I mean, I was happy. I mean, I went lossless. I was undefeated technically on.
That's good.
Oklahoma Bowl, yeah.
Oklahoma 2 wins, 2 ties.
I have the results here.
It's
You
not that
finished.
weekend.
You finished fifth, Drew.
I finished fifth.
With
That's
Undead
good.
Out of 30. 2 wins, 2 draws.
Yeah.
Yep. I was fourth by 1 point.
By
2
1
wins, 2
point.
draws.
Do you
Wow.
still have those sheets with all the awards?
No.
We really should keep those since people
We
like
probably
to
should.
have those reported, and we have no record of that.
Yeah.
I can tell you who won first and who won most touchdowns.
That would be smart. But you know what?
terrible.
I was really tired, and I was just cleaning stuff up. So
Yeah, it happens.
So basically, Steve says, "F you all."
But the people that won their awards got their awards, so they know.
They did.
Yeah,
but,
that's
we
what's
could-
important.
So we couldn't run to the forum right
didn't-
now and post them.
Yeah, you didn't take their money and then not give rewards.
and honestly,
they got the
we
ones
should.
they-
We forgot to get photos, but we should get photos, and then we'll have photos of all the awards.
Yeah.
We usually get like
Oh
Michael
my
Lewis.
gosh!
yeah,
I
we
forgot
got
I
the-
had to report all this stuff to the NAF website. Oh,
yeah.
And I've got to figure out how to use the scars tracker.
oh, more work.
I guess we just have to drive back home tomorrow. Have fun, guys.
Yeah. That's why we're keeping our
We're
tournament
coming up
small.
to yours, so
Yeah, I know.
Well, Chanson, why don't you just run down like the winners of Orclahoma Bowl? Like,
Sure.
let's start from like third place and up.
Yeah, I can do some of them. Let's see. Well, obviously, third place for Orclahoma Bowl. Undead was a popular race. Almost a third
Yeah.
of the teams were Undead.
Yes.
The skill set really favors
man,
them.
I do.
Dean Piper was third with his ESND team.
That is eat shit and die.
Eat shit in die. It's not ESAD.
That's what his team stands for.
So they're like illiterate undead.
He's an
Eat
engineer
shit
who made
and
he made the interception app. I think you might
I would
hush
like
your mouth.
Dean should write. No, Dean should write in and explain why it's not ESAD. I'm just curious.
because
eat
you
shit
wouldn't
and
be
die.
you wouldn't put the A there. It would just be ESD.
You wouldn't put a. Then why put the in? In
Well,
is
I'm
a-
just saying. I
in
know,
is a
but
conjunction, just
we're
like
not the
the end.
USOA with the USA. You don't put in and.
Then why
you
put
don't
the
put
in?
in.
Then why not just ESD?
He also uses each letter
I agree.
to go down like the hotel signs.
I'm just fascinated by this.
Yeah.
He
It's like
puts an
Emma,
E,
Sandra.
A, T,
Oh, yeah.
and then he goes down the list, and then
It's an acrostic
that starts
poem.
their name.
It's an acrostic poem as theme.
Yeah,
So like the first
Thank
guy
you,
would
Mr.
be
Litz.
Eric,
right.
and
Or
then
It's all
the next one would
girls,
be
but yeah.
yeah, like Alicia.
Nighthawk. And
Nighthawk.
then S would be Silverhawk.
The white.
It could be.
And then E would be Everclear Hawk. And then N
The
would
presence
be
of-
Nighthawk
Copper Kid,
2.
and then the
Nighthawk
Copper
2.
Kid.
Okay.
The presence of the N is intriguing to me. So, Dean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why the N? That's interesting. Runner-up, playing Dark Elves. Fantastic choice. Jeff White with the Coldwater Hate Breeders
Man,
was
he's,
second.
He's a really good coach.
And
actually.
7-3 touchdowns, 3-7 against casualties. Nice palindrome there.
Yeah.
I
I palindrome
palindrome.
I.
Giants reference. Oh my
In
gosh,
stereo.
They're coming to town.
fantastic! Oh, they are.
They're coming here in May.
I saw them twice a couple summers ago.
I
Once
missed
in
them
Iowa
in
City, once
college,
in Des
so I'm
Moines.
definitely going to
They're so good.
I saw them in Dallas.
They're
a long
so
time
good.
ago.
They're so great. If you're lucky, they'll play some of their like educational album songs mixed in with their
Oh,
They're really good
album's
stuff.
amazing.
fantastic. They're all good. The winner was some dude playing Slan, hallucinogenic hoppers of
Hexacotl.
hexacotl. Thank you so much, Brian.
Not both
too.
down approved.
Completing
Not
both down approved. Didn't make my list either. More on that later, listeners. Brian too,
Three-peat.
three-time Orclahoma Bowl champion, last 3 years running. With Slan, yeah.
Slan. He had
With Slan.
one block on his team.
Actually,
one block.
You
And
wonder
he
what the
took the
secret is?
Croxagore.
I know what the secret is. That he didn't get screwed by the weather table.
The secret is there's no secret.
He's a great coach.
That is really.
No, he's a
Wow.
great.
I
coach.
told him today, like next year I want to come back and not play. I just want to follow him around like a one man entourage and take notes on his game.
It'd be great to
I
do
want
a
to just watch
documentary
him
on him.
play.
He is the.
Well, no,
He's interesting.
He's not allowed to
He's
have
a great
cameras
guy.
follow him, and you know why.
Yeah.
Right. Not only is he a secret, he's a spy. He's without a doubt the world's greatest Mormon Blood Bowl player.
I
And I
would
kind of
agree
tease
with
him about that in tongue in
Yeah,
cheek, but
probably.
like,
You got-
that guy's a great guy.
Yeah, great guy, Brian. Congratulations on your win. He stayed with us here last couple nights.
Well, he stayed with you in the living room.
That's right.
together.
And I had the love seat, and he had the couch. Yep,
Ooh.
exactly.
He is the love.
Maybe
seat.
that's why I finished so high, because some of his magic rubbed off. So I, yeah,
We
You
got
rubbed off
we
your
got the
man.
pictures.
yeah.
It kind of laid on your forehead. For
I
a
can
while.
continue to paint the picture. Yeah. I listened to him softly breathing in the night.
Yeah, after he went, and then he kind of grabbed it and he kind of painted on your face. With
Scott's
this.
making a
Wait.
masturbatory gesture for
So
those of
he's
you
like
listening
a
at home.
sperm druid, and he jerks off on your head
Sperm
and,
druid.
and makes the rune.
Draws the sigil.
We can't say that about Brian too. We can
The
do that about
semen sigil?
anybody else. I'm not going to let you do that.
Okay, too late.
I'm just saying that you guys aren't going to ever wake up again because he's probably.
Are you threatening their
he might
lives?
still be
No,
here.
he's probably.
Oh, he's gonna
still
come
here.
back. Uh-oh.
He's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a ninja.
No, he's like Deathstroke.
Like a
the
Hoshi-
Brian, I
Yeah.
said nothing but good things, so don't kill me, please.
Oh, he knows we love him.
Dude,
Okay,
I love
excellent.
Brian too.
Definitely.
Gosh, talking about something called Blood Bowl here. What do we got? Casualties, I believe. Your top
I
casualty
can tell you
finisher.
who did what.
Go
I can
ahead,
tell
do
you
your
what.
thing.
Oh,
All right, so,
Gives me a job, takes it away for
Matt
incompetence.
McDonough had best defense.
Give up
He only gave
one
up one.
out of
Yeah.
4
Gave up
games. Gave up
one.
one.
that's
Yep.
pretty good.
Casualties was the differential, the 12-2, right?
And actually, the only one he gave up was a bounced ball that went to a beast of Nurgle. Even I know Matt's
caught
going
it?
to tell everybody he knows about this.
I think
but
he already
yes,
has.
he already
The
has.
interwebs, you know.
Right. But yeah, it went to the beast of Nurgle, and the beast of Nurgle walked it in. So
Yeah. I believe it's this guy with, he spells his name weird with 2 H's in the middle.
Differently than his name tag, for sure.
Chance Kirchhoff got best offense.
9 touchdowns
That's awesome, man.
with Undead.
With Undead. Your
Yeah.
your metal
Really good.
ironclad.
And
team thing.
and one of which was total garbage. We could talk about that later.
Chris Leonard won, what was it called? What do we call that? Fan favorite? Mm-hmm. So that's not like really best painted or
It's
it's
just like
not
favorite
It's
team
just
that
like
was there.
whatever you think is the best, coolest team.
And it wasn't like best sport either, right?
No.
It's not best sport.
Okay, yeah.
It's not really best painted. It could be simply like, I don't have a goblin team, so I'm going to vote for that guy.
Wasn't
or it could just be that he paid everybody $5 and they voted for him.
Oh,
Wow,
I'm winning that next year.
That's fair if you want to.
I'm not
Best
paying
sport
$5.
went to
You
John
can just give me
Skaggs.
10, saves money.
He was a guy. He was born in America, but you wouldn't know that
right.
because he talks like
Ireland.
Paul Wright.
No, he went
Kind
to,
of.
he's Irish.
It's an island people.
Big
Okay.
difference. Very
Well,
big difference.
I would think so.
Explosive difference.
Oh, I meant you got the best nation ever, right?
Australia?
Australia, really? I was going to go with Thailand.
What else? What am I
cheaper
missing
there.
here?
Stunty Cup?
Stunty Cup went to.
A very impressive.
Oh, I'm looking for it. Finished 9th. Ringworms Brothers Circus, which is Adam Brennan.
Finished 9th out of 30 with the
Yeah.
Goblins. That's good.
Yeah, he did
Really good record.
And then what else am I missing? Most brutal went to Brad Wells,
Yep.
and Brad and Kevin Kirschinger were tied, but Brad had the differential on.
Yeah, he had a net of plus
Plus
10.
yeah.
And the other guy had a net of, what, plus 2?
+4, I think.
Plus 4. It was a big difference.
So was that all the awards?
No, there was something new.
There was the horse's rear
Oh, no,
the-
and then
and the
there
Mighty
was,
Mouse.
Yeah.
The horse's rear went to Gabriel Vasquez
For last place.
with Pro Elves. He had a dreadful
And we call it back of the pack.
because he was really trying that day.
Back of the back. Gotcha.
And he took the Goblins the second day, and he's like, I couldn't do anything. So our back of the pack award, not our wooden spoon, but same difference.
He did play against his fiance in that final match. So I think
Oh,
he might
hands
have
are
just
tied.
been like,
what are you going to do?
"Oh, I lost. I'm so sorry, honey."
Dude, he
Smart
knew,
man.
Only thing
he
that could
knew
make
that
me
loss was
happy.
going to pay off later.
Yep.
That's all we're going to say. He's too
What?
nice for me to say sexual jokes about
Yep.
him.
He
What?
is nice.
You just going to buy with grapefruit?
That marriage is going to work.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
they play Blood Bowl
Cute
together.
couple.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Good for them.
You
Excellent.
play
Back
Blood
of the
Bowl
pack.
together, you're going to stay together forever.
Until you roll double.
And then what else we have?
The Mighty Mouse
dun,
Award.
dun,
I know it's not
dun.
called the Mighty Mouse Award. I just like Mighty
Excellence
Mouse.
in
The Excellence in
Cheese.
Cheese Award.
Oh, man,
and that
such
was
a good
Kent.
idea.
I know this one because I played it. And this was Kent
Yeah.
Rafferty.
Yep.
Because one of the cool house rules of this tournament was that you were able to induce a special star called Harry Badsaw,
Right.
which was basically a dark elf runner mixed with an orc thrower.
Well, how did you guys come up with that?
Okay. So
Because-
Harry Bradshaw is an orc.
First off, yeah, it took forever for me to realize that that's a playoff of Terry Bradshaw. 7 years in now? I never got it.
We're in season 9 of our league, and the guy who writes the little newsletter for our Dragonfire Blood Bowl League, he has a section where a guy predicts wins, and it's Harry Badsaw. And
Okay.
He was used to promote our first tournament, actually.
Like there's-
he did
Nice.
commercials.
like there's an ogre named M.
It
Smith.
And it's
Okay, and then we have Harry Badsaw and
Jay
Michael
Ears.
Silversmith is one of
Yeah.
the other guys. Okay,
Yeah.
so anyways, Harry Badsaw, and we knew that he was a black orc because he's told us before. Yeah, he's a black orc, but we always assumed he's a black orc blocker, right? Just because.
Yeah.
Now this guy comes from Warhammer, so
And
the
actually-
black orcs are more than just blockers.
Yeah,
in
they
the
got their
Warhammer
they got their
thing.
choppas.
They're the
They're
stronger, bigger ones.
Yeah,
right?
they're the guys.
Yeah.
I assumed he was a
So
badass
everybody
with a
assumed
chainsaw.
that he was like,
Yeah.
oh, he must be a black orc blocker or a guy with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Like maybe a black orc block with that. And when we told him, we were like, actually, we always kind of wanted him to lead the front of the Orclahoma Bowl Special Star Player, but marketing, you know what it is, since Slurpcast had Crom, so we kind of did a crossover and tried to, min-max our markets there.
Right.
Free advertising on their side, vice versa. And we like the character, too, of Crom from them.
Crom.
Yeah.
By
So
Crom.
we said we can bring him in later. And we go, so what kind of stats does he have? Is it like Mighty Blow block? Does he have bigger strength? He's
No,
like,
no.
He's like, no. He's like, he has dump off, nerves of steel. You know, like Harry
Like,
Bradshaw.
what?
Harry Bradshaw. We're like, oh. So he's a quarterback.
Nice.
And
So what
Kent,
is? I think we had dump off, nerves of steel.
yeah,
He
he
was
had,
like
he had
110 or
pass
something.
and sure hands like an orc thrower, and he
Yeah.
had stats of an orc thrower,
Right.
and dump off, nerves of steel, thick skull.
He's a
Loner.
black orc
Very odd.
who's been strength busted then.
He's got the thrower stats 5, 2,
Okay.
3, 8.
Well, in
he's
the
a thrower.
Fluffa thing, he was a black orc who was more Jillic than the
But in
other
Blood
black
Bowl, he's a
orcs. But in Blood
So
Bowl,
fluff wise, he sort of fits. in.
So
Okay,
Kent
that makes
won the
sense.
Excellence in
If
Cheese
that makes
Award.
sense,
Yeah, because he actually modded up an orc and painted him up in Steelers colors.
Yeah.
And he had an actual
It was
Harry
awesome.
Badsaw miniature, which was very
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
And this
I
award
pushed him in
was
the crowd.
This award exists because I was looking at trophies and I saw a trophy that said excellence, and it was just like a Mighty Mouse character
Totally.
holding
Yeah.
a thing that said excellence. I'm like, okay, I've got to buy this. I don't know what we're going to use it for.
I think every tournament should buy a trophy like that
Yeah.
and not know what they're going to give it away for until
Eh?
they see it.
And I think that's what we're going to do now.
I
It's
like that
fun.
idea
It's
very
just a
much.
jack of all traits, whatever we feel like award.
I'm gonna give
And that's you call it the TO. It's their trophy, their discretionary trophy.
I think
Because
Excellence in Cheese.
well, what happens when somebody does something that's really really cool?
There's a trophy
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
what happens if somebody builds like an
Like-
entire backstory on their team?
Or
Or something?
last year, Joseph Kirschinger, who's a young kid, 12, 13, something?
I
that-
think
Yeah,
around
y'all
there,
saw
yeah,
him this
early,
weekend.
early.
Yeah,
he was back this
He
weekend.
was
yeah.
a Kansas kid, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a Kansas kid.
No, wait. What did I say he was from? He was like from Missouri or something. No, I
No,
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 he's
it's
Kansas.
Kansas. They're from the
Okay.
Wichita
But,
group. Yeah.
Wichita, Kansas.
Last year, he had the chance of winning a game.
No. Tying.
Right.
He
Oh,
was
tying.
down 1-0 to
Okay.
Matt McDonough.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I don't remember then.
Oh, okay. He was down 1-0. He dominated the field in the second half. Matt had one character left on the field
He was prone, wasn't he?
who was prone. So Joseph's decision was, walk in, take the tie, go to the next game? Or do you play some Blood Bowl and you go foul the guy first
Get
to
that
try to
pitch
get him
clear.
off the field for the pitch clear,
And then spike the
then
ball
go
in the end
into
zone.
the end zone? He had no re-rolls. You can't do anything anyway.
No
So
bribes.
No bribes.
No bribes, nothing.
All right.
And he looked at it, and
He's
Matt
like-
was like, please, I hope he fouls me and gets called. Matt's trying to get out of there with a win. And the kid goes, I was like, you going to walk in? He's like, nope.
Not yet.
Not with confidence. He's like, I'm fouling him. And he went over there, fouled him, knocked him out, went right into the end zone,
There we
tied the
go.
game.
Nice.
So, like,
If
last
we
year,
had that
I probably
award-
would have got that, gave that to
That
him.
was the move.
Absolutely.
That was the Excellence in Cheese
So-
Award, yeah.
I like this idea. I like the fact that you're going to go with it then.
Yeah.
Well,
I think we'll be
we're
doing
gonna
this.
have this from now on,
Yeah.
especially on the bigger ones. Tournaments.
It's just fun.
People like getting awards anyways.
Yeah.
And so there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And like I told everybody, when I handed it out, I wanted it to be clear, because I didn't want 10 people next time modding up a character just because.
Right.
To try to brown nose and get a trophy.
Right.
So it can be for anything.
It can be anything.
Well, and you have to be careful now, though. So now it's going to be modding trophy. They're modding guys. Now, people are going to be doing some crazy shit just to get. Hey, this is a great story. Look at. Now
They
you're-
might.
you're-
They might.
But
you're
that
gonna
adds
get
to it.
inundated.
You can
I-
dance around all you want, monkeys. It's going to be up to
That's
Scott
fine.
and Steve
Yeah.
what the award goes to.
I'm much
I see
happier
through a
if
lot
I
of
have
crap.
100 dancing monkeys in front of me than I do one.
Yeah.
So
We can see
Sexy
through
little
this
monkey.
That is something that improves exponentially with
You
numbers.
can tell when people are faking it, too.
yeah,
Well, I give you credit right now. I'm stealing that idea.
that's
I'm
fine.
gonna
I'll
get a
have what
trophy
he's
or
having.
something. There you go. For our own tournament. It's a great idea.
Balls on your chin?
Oh.
So Kit won that one.
So that's
Wow.
that's a kickback to Brian too.
Okay, good. All right. And we're back around.
Mary.
Was that all the... that was all
3
the
months
awards?
in. Now I'm only 2 months late.
We were talking about making a rap song based on 227.
I was going to say, you should put that in right there.
yeah, just,
Mary.
Auto tune it.
Yep.
Auto tune it.
Mary.
Sample it.
Check it. Check it.
That's your hook right there. Totally.
That was supposed to be attractive back then.
Yeah,
probably.
I mean, it probably was.
it was. It was 80s.
Yeah.
It was the 80s. There was a lot of weird shit that was fun.
Yeah.
Sexy
I
back
guess.
then.
So 30. Biggest Oklahoma
Did it
Bowl
blow
ever.
your mind?
Absolutely.
when the Thompson twins were not twins.
Yes, it did.
And there wasn't two. Wasn't
and one of them
wasn't
was
there
There's
black.
two
three
them?
of them. There's three of them.
Yeah,
This girl with
three
the
of 'em.
mohawks.
There
It's
was a
like, you're not
woman and there's a
twins.
black guy, and I'm like,
They're not even related.
there's no way any of these three people
Well,
are
it's like-
I
related.
mean, I guess they
The
could.
Minnesota Twins baseball team. They're not all,
What?
they're not all twins. Exactly.
What?
There's a team in Minnesota?
Blew your mind. Exactly.
Whereas
I just made the mistake of talking about real sports.
Baseball
Sorry.
joke.
Whereas everyone in the Chicago Cubs is a little cub.
Yeah.
Little
Exactly.
bear.
The cutest team ever.
Cutest little cub.
What were you going to say? Seriously? You
Oh, I have no idea.
were
Just
going to
about.
say something serious?
Oh, just that Oklahoma
30,
was the biggest
yeah.
biggest Oklahoma Bowl ever. 30? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
30 coaches.
And biggest
30 physically
tournament down
present
this way
coaches.
ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so next year
Next year, we're trying to get 50.
we're trying to get 50.
He's
All right.
really
Are you
good.
getting a tattoo on your head or something? I heard something
Scott's going to
crazy.
get a tattoo.
If somebody
get-
pays for
of
it,
you?
Steve said he'd pay for it. I'll get a tat. Oh God, I can't believe I'm saying this.
Out
No,
loud.
of
and
the
in
both
Once it goes
down
on the internet,
symbol.
it
I'll
never
get the
come back.
both down symbol tattooed on my body
Oh.
if we get 50 people.
If we get 60,
That
can we
would be
pick
awesome.
where?
Huh?
Oh.
If we get 60, can I pick where on your body?
As long as
Don't
it,
agree to that.
if
Do
it,
not
if
agree
it
to
can be
that.
covered by short sleeve shirts and shorts,
That's fair.
Dude, I don't want my penis tattooed.
not on the penis,
It would be your balls.
Whoa! Don't agree to that.
No.
not anywhere in the
Well, hold on,
junkological
though.
region.
Let's go back to your
Somewhere
lovely
under a
locks of
shirt?
Maine.
What?
You said if we get 50 people, you'd shave your head.
Alright.
And I envision a Saturday night where we
I don't
have,
think
after
anyone
we
cares.
get 50 people, and
Public.
then we sit them down there just like in WrestleMania. I think it was 27 or 25.
Hornswoggle.
And we just shave his head, and everybody can take turns shaving some of Steve's hair and then fluffing it up like they do. And oh, I can't wait.
That's creepy.
And then right after that, we put you into the obstetrics chair, and we get the little needle, and we start just digging the both down symbol right on your taint. It's going to be awesome.
While we listen
Honest
to
to
Needle
God.
in the Hay.
Oh,
Needle
God,
in
yes.
the
This is
hay.
amazing.
Honest to God, I'm kind of scared of a tattoo. It might hurt.
Yeah, it will, especially on your
You'd be
taint.
fine.
Huh?
You'd be fine. I've got 5. I can do
I'm
that. You can
very
do it.
pale. You have 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery now.
I'm not Jewish, so it worked out.
That's fine.
Of course, the 8
Oh,
project.
okay. I am.
Oklahoma Bowl is awesome because it's followed immediately up by Spiky Cup.
Yeah.
2 tournaments, 2 days. 2 separate tournaments that are like, I don't know, I guess bookends maybe of the weekend.
what-
But
Yeah.
It's like peanut butter and fried tuna.
Oh, it's peanut butter tuna time.
Peanut butter tuna time. Peanut butter tuna time. Peanut butter tuna time. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Oh, God.
So is it a
Chance,
tuna?
why couldn't you get in on that? Would you loosen up?
Tuna. It's the tuna part. You had me at peanut butter.
You're like the guy that's never been in a three-way. Come on.
You mean like all of you?
Oh, I guess that would have been a four-way.
Yeah, exactly.
A ginger three-way.
At
Yeah.
what point do you stop counting?
When you hit 4 gingers.
When you
Do you have a
when you
full
lose
I
count,
guess
you stop
five.
counting when you lose count.
Is 5
5.
an orgy?
No,
And-
five's a Wednesday.
Doesn't
Do tell, Drew. Do tell.
I was say, does an orgy
what is
require?
it?
Five is beyond my number. I don't have any experience with five.
Five is what? What'd you call it?
A Wednesday.
A-
I'm just.
Yeah, yeah.
Five is beyond my experience.
I was
all
saying,
I'm thinking is
you-
Christina.
I would say
Wouldn't that
stop
be a
counting when you lose
gangbang
count.
at that point?
No, I think
No, a
I think
gangbang is like
taking
one
turns
and
with
like a whole
one
bunch.
person's always involved, and everyone else is taking turns.
You're
That's a
welcome.
thing, I think.
You're talking to Pawn Talk.
Orgy is more universal. Orgy is communism.
Iowa
Gangbang
City,
is
talk to me.
capitalism.
Okay,
Consumerism.
sure.
Wow. I like the fact that Chance is just going with this.
He's good.
Because he's good. He's
This
very,
is-
very
this is
good.
good conversation.
You're never going to get this chance on 3 Block.
No,
that's different.
No.
This
Because
is like
that show's about
We
blood
needed a
bowl.
podcast called Second Chance.
I
where
was
he
just going to
cuts
say this
loose.
is like a second chance. Damn it!
Nobody listens to
I-
first chance. I don't want to give a shit about second chance.
Second Chance After Dark.
Wow. Speaking of second chances, if you didn't do well in Oklahoma Bowl,
right.
you could then play in Spiky Cup the very next
Ooh,
day.
very smooth, just
Awkward
like
and
his head and pubes.
I think it deserves better than awkward. I think it's that
Let's
bad.
say
Awkward
that
transitional statement 1.
Well, since you guys are probably going to do a recap on your show, we're going to do it now.
They just said
ours.
they're not. So
Oh, they're not?
We may, probably.
Very
we
minor.
might
Are
talk
you not
about
going
it.
to talk about us?
The
No,
next
we'll
2
talk
months
about it
shows-
in
Oh, we'll talk
May.
about how great a time we had.
Oh,
We'll do a
good.
commercial for it.
Get out.
during
and
Critical Cup.
they'll tell.
Clifford Scriblow never expected to be anything but a humble scholar.
Nothing's going to change my life. My life is set.
Until one night, he came upon 4 ladies in distress.
Oh, yeah!
And to protect their honor, uphold the law,
Step aside, lackey, or you'll be eating my boot.
and fight for the American way. He became the fancy dressing, flashy dancing, death-defying, jacuzzi dipping,
Don't forget power walking, systems analysis, rock climbing.
dynamic defender of decency,
Dr. Detroit? Dr. Detroit. Dr. Detroit! Hey, what?
Dr. Detroit.
I can feel my hair grow.
All right. Well, we are recording. So hopefully this works for good this time, and I don't have any reason why it won't.
So day 2 of Orclahoma Bowl Weekend is the Spiky Cup.
Right.
2 days, 2 tournaments.
Yes.
And, who's in charge of that one? Steve's in charge of that
Steve,
Yeah.
you rule set, right?
I do the crazy one. Scott does the normal one.
And you have the weather table for Oklahoma.
Yeah, I do
And
the crazy weather.
Yep. And then for Spiky Cup, this year everyone got some
I just do craziness.
vehicle from
It
Warhammer
was
Mythology.
It was Impact Racer, technically,
That's right.
because I was using the Impact
Yep.
Death Racers.
Mhm.
The-
The Imp Crusher.
for that, right?
Yeah.
there's rules out there for Impact Racing, yeah, or Death Roller Racing. Excuse me.
But you got
You got
one
little
with
raccoon eyes. You're getting tired, Drew.
I am. This is like 10:50 on a Sunday
he's on Iowa time.
It's
which is
droopy
insane.
eyes.
Oh.
I was trying to say, what?
I know.
Oh, some Crown Royal?
Do I want what with you?
I don't know.
You want to go wrestle in oil?
You want to wrestle in oil?
Again. Yeah, we can't record
Olive
that.
oil?
Anybody
I'll
Dude,
make
that's a long
love
time.
to you,
like you want me to,
and I'll hold you tight.
all through the night I'll make love to you.
I was waiting for the part I know. You haven't got.
What's good is we're ending these at the exact right time.
Yeah.
Yes.
All 3 of us.
Yes. And Chance is not participating.
I was waiting for the.
He's the
chorus that I knew.
non-ginger.
You didn't get to the part that I.
Yeah,
That's
you
all
have
I-
these Boys to Men.
That's all we knew.
No.
I hate Boys to Men.
No,
Okay.
their use of the Roman numeral 2 was quite ingenious. I thought. You just didn't get to the part that I knew yet. I was waiting for it to come in, but you.
He's
And then there was
the
a
train
midget,
stopped before I got to my station.
and it was a midget. It was a midget under the counter. It
What are
was
you talking about? A midget.
Song about a midget under the counter.
R. Kelly, Trapped in the Closet.
Oh, Trap in the Closet. All right.
Oh.
I don't know the Weird Al version.
It's
All right,
Trapped in the
yeah, he's a
Closet.
All right, let's try to.
like fish sticks.
No, that's Kanye West.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Fish
I'm
tank.
not in the
So,
closet.
yeah,
Tom Cruise, come out of the
That's
closet.
how it is every
It's
time
not
we
in the
record. We
closet.
got this guy over here going crazy.
Which is funny too because you often sound like the straight guy and you're the
Oh, I'm very
the
straight.
color commentary.
Yeah.
It's actually usually just
It's not a gay straight thing. You know what I mean? I mean like radio straight guy.
Yeah.
And you're more like the color commentator.
It's usually just really the opposite.
But now we're
That's why
here
I
in
was
real
getting
life,
that.
and it's totally the opposite. You blow my mind.
This
Crazy.
is because I'm
You can
tired,
never trust
so
the quiet
I'm
ones.
acting tired. And when Steve gets tired, he gets loopy and crazy and tells you prairie dog stories.
I'm also an agent of the median, so if his level's low, my level goes high. If if
okay.
his level's high, I go low. That's how I see it.
Your dynamic is awesome.
Is that
on the show,
what?
and it shows.
Oh,
So.
okay, whatever.
So what's
All right.
going on?
Spiky Cup.
All right, we're going to do Spiky Cup. All
Sorry.
right, 3 rounds
So,
of mayhem.
They should
Yes.
know, yeah, everybody got different racers, so I don't know how your experience was with those different racers.
Crazy.
I enjoyed it fine. It's pretty crazy. I will admit, I originally had planned to come and play my team and just put the racer on the line and leave it.
Yeah.
But then I got I kept calling it the pork truck. It was the
Oh,
one.
St. Louis Ham,
Yes, that one.
Hamabill.
And I had Hypnogaze and Leader, and I was like, oh my goodness, I got a 4th roll, which is awesome. 4th reroll.
That's how you got the extra reroll. That
That's
stupid
right.
thing gave him the reroll.
Yep. You could have taken it after the last game.
It didn't matter. We were the last round.
You still lost, and you get to you force a trade if you want, right? He never said it ended in the last round, right?
What?
I played you round 3.
I know, but he didn't say that was a cap after the game
I
was
said,
over.
yeah, after the
They're
end
all
of
the
game
same.
3. You could trade.
Chance.
That doesn't matter.
Chance. All those models
You know,
were the same. They were
I'm just
different
saying,
colors.
you could have taken that card and that thing for
The one I kept
Yeah.
can be a St. Louis Ham
That's
model
true.
for all I care.
the Hypnogaze was nice too.
If anybody would like a PDF or whatever the hell I have of those cards, I can send them to you.
The pictures are the best.
Where would
Thank
they
you.
email?
I like that.
Where would they email you at?
No.
It'd be bothdownpodcast@gmail.com or Oklahoma Bowl
You
at gmail.com.
better ask for $1 since you sold those at the tournament for $1.
I had to print them off.
Dollar and postage.
Oh,
I'm
that's
saying I
true.
can send them the email.
No, you're right.
if
did
you
not.
want me to
that's
print
right,
you off,
yeah.
I can print you off a
Okay,
set.
you're right.
Send me
I'm
$1 and
sorry.
shipping.
And you pull out. Are there
It's
6
nice
different
paper.
ones?
Huh?
Are there 6 different ones? Is it
Yeah, there were 6 different
Yeah,
vehicles.
yeah,
Okay.
vehicles.
See, I had the ball and chain one, and my first.
I think that was the Killdozer.
Yeah, the Killdozer.
I had the Killdozer and the Orc Buzzwagon.
No, that was the
Which had a
chainsaw
chainsaw.
one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The ball and chain one was good, but I kept forgetting that you got points for KOs.
Yeah.
So what would end up happening is I think all 3 of my opponents had the same death roller, which was the mini death roller.
Yeah.
So it was 3 moves, 7 strength. So all they would do is move a guy up, blitz it, knock it down, and then get a KO point. And the thing would come back, and then they would do the same thing again. So I gave him like 3 KOs, 4 KOs each game.
Wow.
For that damn thing.
You had to adjust to them. I liked it. I thought it was fun. Certainly didn't ruin the games, and you got a free Imp Crusher with your entry fee, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And I liked that.
That whole thing about not having to pay for the shop, that goes to paying
exactly.
for the model.
It was
And
fun.
Scott going, well, that's a lot of money. I don't care. I just want to do it.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. That's a good idea.
I have Skylanders to buy, so I'm like, we can keep the money and buy some Skylanders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Steve's like, I don't play that game. And it's like, yeah, I'm the hero of Skylander.
Here we are,
Shout. I
born
don't know.
to be kings. Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Highlander. That's
That is Highlander.
And
Different
something of the universe.
That was a
I
terrible
listened to
one.
that.
Princess.
Masters.
Or was it Princess? Or
It's
Master?
Princess.
Guys, okay.
It's
Masters?
called Princess
I
of the
saw it
Universe.
years
But
and years and
It
years
holds
and
up.
years later.
It's a masterpiece.
Highlander?
It's so unique and bizarre. It is a
there can
masterpiece.
be
Even the not goodness of it is perfect. It's
And
so
then,
great.
and then go watch Highlander 2, not the
no,
Renegade cut.
what is that?
Ooh.
What?
Yeah,
The Quickening?
Planet's Ice.
There's
And
no-
honestly,
Nice.
any movie that has Queen as a soundtrack is awesome.
Yeah, Clancy Brown.
Flash
the movie's
Gordon.
flawless.
Flash Gordon.
Flawless. And there were no sequels, and there were no TV show. There was no TV show. Okay, so Spiky Cup. You also had the rule set where stunty teams got to take double skills for single cost,
Mhm.
which I thought was very simple, very elegant, and really gave stunty teams kind of the step up they need to really be more fun in tournaments, but not so good as
Right.
they're going to win all the time.
Somebody sent that in, and I
great.
wish I could give him credit, but I totally forgot because it was a year ago now.
It's a great idea. And so you just did goblins, halflings, and ogres could do this. Is that
That's our
correct?
only ones that we do.
And you didn't give me halfling teams, but there were a lot of goblin teams, and at least
Five
one
goblins
ogre
and
team.
one ogre.
Yeah.
Pretty good turnout for Stunty.
Yeah.
That's a really
Well,
good
when
Well,
you
the
make it
Goblin
fun like
teams
that,
also get a
encouraging.
plus 10 bonus points, so that's probably
I don't think that
yourself.
helped. It's the double skills. That really worked. I
Well,
thought.
but it's going to motivate people.
Because last year you had two.
If you're playing
Yeah.
between halflings
Yeah.
and goblins, you're going to take your goblins because you get the plus 10 points. Is
Well,
what I'm
I
saying.
think-
That's
Oh,
why
that's
you're
true. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. You're
The
right.
thing is,
Yeah.
though, is I think that people get fooled by the 10 points. They're like, well, that's 10 points. That's that's pretty fair.
There are so many heroes.
And then you're like, oh, wait a second. You get 4 points of casualty and 2 points of KO, and that 10 points becomes a drop in the bucket.
But it is.
But then again,
okay, let's just, speaking of that, let's go to the top 4.
Yeah.
And read those off.
We
and the
don't
point
have
totals.
the points, though, do we?
Yeah, the points are here. Well, let's look at the points. I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
The top place guy was about 50 up, so he was.
Oh,
up there.
God.
But
Tim Hart destroyed the competition.
2 from 3, is 1 point. 3 from 4, 1 point. 4 from 5, 10 points. 5 from 6, 6 points. And then 16 and on. So 10 points.
10 points does make a lot of difference.
3 different people,
can.
9, 10, and 11, all had the exact same score. So you'd have jumped all 3 of those. Yeah, I mean, 10 points meant a lot. So you had Goblins finishing as high as
Goblins.
14th.
Yeah, now let's continue with this trend. What are the top 4 races?
Number 1, Capital Punishment, Chaos Dwarf Team from Tim Har. Going away, the bonus points for the knockouts were just tremendous. For him.
Insane.
He had a ton. The Praying Soul Hunters was the Necromantic team of Scott Hess, 228 points. So you're looking at a 43-point difference from person. And were they both undefeated or no?
Yes, they're both undefeated.
Yeah, Scott Hess rolled over me in the first round.
Actually, Tim Hart
Tim Hart had like 141 points.
Was he
from the
undefeated?
bonus. No, he got beat the last game. But he had 20 points.
he lost the last game. That's right.
He had
That's right, 'cause this is the
140
record. This
points.
is points pure.
Right.
Pure
I knew he
points,
lost. He actually lost to reigning 2-time champion Matt McDonough.
Former champ.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Former
Matt.
Stays in Austin though.
Yeah.
Third place is a familiar coach name, but not team name.
Who?
The adorable detestations of Doom.
Who's the
DHUU.
coach?
Neuroroders. Brian too.
Who's that?
He is a.
He's the
local
guy who
coach of
smashed
Summer
my
Now.
face in first round. F that guy.
And he left early, and he's like,
No.
"I'm not going to get a prize." Yeah, he got third place.
He dropped the mic. I'm out and flew away. And while he was in the air, he won third place.
Mhm.
They have to ship him a trophy and some dice, right?
Or I can take it to Chaos Cup.
The only thing I'll say
I don't
about
think he cares about copper. He only cares about gold.
yeah, he's like.
I'll
That's
take
a
the
lesson.
dice if he doesn't want them. So,
All I can
finish
say
top
about
3.
my game against Brian too is either he was so confident he didn't need rerolls against me, he used them all by turn 4, or he actually rolled bad, and by turn 4 he used all his rerolls against me, which
Yeah.
is very rare for him.
He got pitch cleared that second game against Tim Har,
Oh, wow.
and he was playing Nurgle.
Against Chaos Dwarves,
Against
which has
Chaos.
won the Orclahoma Bowl the last 2 years with Chaos
Did,
Dwarves.
did
They're
he,
super good.
did he as a Chaos Dwarf build have Block Call Mighty Bull guy or no?
Yeah, he did. So he had one block call Mighty Blow, I believe,
So
He had a lot.
and
of
then
good
3
players.
dirty players, and
3 dirty players.
wow.
he's a fouling machine, and it works for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had 15 casualties, which was not. I mean, he obviously won first place. Still, that was not even the high casualties. High casualties was 18 by Tim Walker's Carmine Killers Chaos team.
Tim Walker, big
He had
fan
18
of the show.
casualties playing against dwarves, high elves, and some other 8 armor team.
Yeah,
6 casualties.
It was
in 3
insane.
games. And not like a bashy Mighty Blow kind
Yeah,
of team.
casting. Yeah.
and right now he's going ecstatic because he's a big fan of the show.
18 injuries.
He's
Tim
got-
Walker.
He's
nice
got did
guy.
the rap on the one a few shows back.
Oh yeah, he did. I thought he was going to say he was going to do our 227 rap.
He also love flows.
We love flows.
Let yourself goes.
This team sheet, the touchdown leader, was it Jeff?
Yes,
7 touchdowns.
Zoom
His
to
team
Jeff.
race is blank.
yes.
That's because he didn't turn his roster.
And his team
in
name
until-
is called Jeff Team.
He did not turn his rosters in until the night before.
What was
He
his
was
race?
Underworld, right? Is Underworld?
Oh yeah, he played Underworld all weekend. Yes.
Oh, wow.
And
The
he
build
used
was different, though, right?
He used the miniatures from the North American Championship
Mhm.
team thing.
North
Okay.
American
The little
Team
suit
Championship.
guy, I mean, the guys with suits.
The-
Kind of matched
Rat
with- so
Pack.
he was
right.
wearing.
He
Yeah.
did Underworld. He did Underworld. So yes.
7 touchdowns, 3 games. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Chris Nolan got best defense. 0 touchdowns against.
Yeah,
him.
he scored 2 in 3 games and gave up 0, and he finished 10th.
It's amazing.
He was also my pick for best team both days. I really liked his team, the human team.
Mhm.
Oh,
Purple and green and white.
God, those
and
are
some of the shoulder
amazingly
pads were,
painted.
Like reptilian
Yeah.
scaled. I just like the
Yeah,
colors
they
a
were
lot.
nice.
It's one of those teams, like, when you look at it from far away, the colors kind of don't do it justice.
Yeah,
But when you look at it close up, you're like, how the hell did you do this?
and they were the third ed humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, second
Third
and
or
third
second.
ones.
They
The
were
ones
third.
that I hear a lot of people
The
say
middle
like
third
more
I like them.
Bretonian looking.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a nice looking team. Stunty Cup was Paul Wright.
Yep.
Leg Biters, Broken Nose, Goblins, of course. He finished 14th. It's top
pretty
half.
good.
That's
If you took away 10 points, where would he finish?
162, and he would drop from 14 to tied for 17.
Okay, so
So we dropped 3 spots.
Would he have lost to a different?
No. But you know why it's genius to give Goblins 10 extra points? The next 3 teams the Goblins jumped with those 10 points, all fucking dwarf teams.
wow.
Dwarf. Goblins rule. Nice job with the rule set. Plus 10. Good. When it comes to dwarves, it's fucking losing.
We're gonna loosen you up. We're gonna wear you out tonight.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough. What other awards have we done? Oh, hey, the Excellence of Cheese Award for this
Oh
one.
yeah.
Because somebody brought a Tron team and Steve liked it.
Okay, I love that team.
Oh,
Great paint job, great theme.
Derek, if you're listening, nice job, man.
Absolutely. But I had it all figured out. I'm like, okay, I'll give it to the most knockouts.
Right.
Nope, Tim Hart. I'll give it to the most overall bonus points.
Right.
Nope, Tim Hart.
Okay.
I'll give it to the person who had the highest bonus points in one of the rounds, Tim Hart. How about another round, Tim Hart? Okay, you know what? I'm just going with chance.
So I was like seventh pick after 6 Tim Harts.
Somebody maybe whispered that in your ear.
I'll take it.
I really liked your team too.
Yeah.
I like the idea. Derek did a great job with it.
It was one of those things like, I don't know if it got the fluff love because, of course, it's Tron, not so much Blood Bowl.
Yeah, I didn't make it up.
But so good.
Yeah, it was really nice.
I just love Tron.
Mm-hmm.
Love Blood Bowl.
Sometimes.
What am I missing? We did touchdown.
You should have called it. I don't know why you didn't call them the Flynn Riders, though.
So much better name. There you go.
The problem with Flynn is that it's not a place. I wanted a place, and so I used the city of Argonne.
It can be.
Place, yeah.
Well, yeah, it could be.
City.
But to me, it's I can't separate it from being a person.
What's Flint's? Flint have any teams?
Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a Flynn. There's
probably
a town called Flynn somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm looking up Flint.
The Flynn
Joseph
Arrows.
Kessinger.
Argonne's the city from Uprising.
Oh, okay.
Joseph Kessinger from Kansas took home the Back to the Pack award. What else do we have? We had who won? I'm trying to look through.
Offense, defense.
We did offense.
We did that.
We did
Casualties. We
defense.
got it.
Casualties 18 for the
Fan
casting.
favorite.
Okay, so we get fan favorite.
Yeah, I
That
can't remember.
was Mike Carpenter.
Yeah.
Mike Carpenter with his dwarf team got fan favorite.
Very nice
Scott
looking
Mike.
team.
MVP, best sportsman. Who got that? Who got that one?
Jason Eads.
Jason Eads
Yeah.
from Dallas. I should have known that.
Yeah. He's actually won it before, but he's just a super nice guy.
Well, he was teasing me. I was like, man, you can come to. We were joking around. And I was like, man, I wish you'd come to more tournaments. And he's like, I'm glad you think that. He goes, you should vote for me for best sportsman. I said, well, if I had to vote, I would. And then lo and behold, I didn't know you even won all that. But he's like, I don't deserve it this tournament. He's like, I've been a whiny bitch all day. I was like, I'm always a whiny bitch, so I don't take away from that. Votes for that. So.
But it all matters who you play and how you. Even if you don't play, your opponents could hate you. But if everyone around you and that you talk to all weekend is having a good time because of you, then you get votes.
Yeah, makes sense.
So.
I try hard to be a good sport, but I know I'm not always.
Yeah.
I don't know how the guys. I don't know what they do to qualify because I guarantee I've never in my life at a Blood Bowl tournament got best sportsman. not even one vote.
He used to have the same complaints about HeroClix.
Did I ever get a vote?
No.
Okay, so just.
No, I mean,
I wonder
right.
what it is that I do wrong.
You got to be effervescent. You got to be talkative. You just got to be a nice
talkative.
guy.
I just don't. I'm not mad at anybody. It's just
You just don't like the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Here's something else too. Correct me if I'm wrong, and not that there's anything wrong with this. I usually find that the person who wins this kind of award, best sport, most friendliest, most enjoyed playing, is someone who is losing a lot, and still
it wasn't
and
HeroClix
still
when we voted
and
for
still
fellowship.
like happy having a
Doesn't
good time.
care. Yeah.
So the person winning is like, well, I won, so I had a good experience. I played Joe or whoever it was, and he took it so well, and he just got killed, and I'm gonna vote for him.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that happens
The
a
guy
lot.
that's 5-1 up in the top 10, he's not gonna do votes.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
so there you go. So if you want to win best sport,
Lose a lot.
lose and be a real good sport, talkative and engaging and fun. Maybe give away something and shake hands.
Like
and,
dice.
And, yeah, maybe like
Surprisingly enough, a lot of times, if I only narrow the votes down to people I played, I don't necessarily just give it to the guy that lost to me. I really
Right.
try to take
Right.
it
I try to who was the best sport. Yeah. But it often happens, right? If someone like whoops me and is a great guy, and if I whoop somebody who's a great guy, I give that guy more credit because I know how much it sucks to get whooped.
Right. I
Like,
gotcha.
Like I played, like Kent was my sportsman vote the first day, and I had my first turn. I killed 2 Saurus with my slot blocks. 10-10, 10-10.
Poor Kent, man. That first game, he
was-
came to win this tournament. He even told me, he's like, I'm bringing a more serious team.
His team was good, and he got diced. He got
Yeah.
diced
He got
insanely
diced.
badly.
Every
in my
time
game.
his casualty box was full of sources.
Sources,
Not
skinks.
skinks. Not skinks.
I injured 3 of them and killed one and turned him into a zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just slot
Shit's
blocks.
crazy.
Anyway, but yeah, so I usually will vote for the person that loses when they handle it really well because we had a great time.
And there are certain people that you play near or at a different table, and just their energy flows over to your game or something,
Yeah.
and you're just having a fun time.
That's really how you win if you can get votes for people you didn't play. Because usually most people can only really think they vote for the people they play. But if you can vote for the guy next to you, like down
Yeah.
the road, because he's doing a great job and laughing, then that's pretty amazing.
See, the problem I had a lot this tournament, not spiky, but just sort of in general, was the people that were fun to play against also had the habits that really bugged me about tournament play, which was the rooting openly against me for wands or
no, I hate
spells,
that.
Yeah.
stuff like that. So like I had a couple of opponents that were really fun to sit against because they're like, oh well, there go my goblins again, or there go my guys again, or whatever, I'm not calling out the Kevin who I played last round. So
No.
Goblin, that's just the game that I had most recent in my
And
head.
honestly, I'll state this. I mean, Wichita people. We have a group that comes down from Wichita.
Awesome.
They are all very much, and it's probably something in the nature of that group, but they're all very play-by-play oriented. And I think a lot of it's because you have newer people or younger kids. Because,
Yeah.
What do you
they
mean
have
by play? Explain.
I was going to say, what they'll do is they will talk about what they're going to do. So it's like,
Well,
okay,
they come from a store league too, though.
right.
Well, we come
That's
from
what I'm saying.
a little home league.
Is they're dealing with people that probably aren't as much up on the rules, so they're explaining things as they go.
Oh, you're saying it's a different perspective
Right.
than maybe what we see.
And
all the
now that doesn't bother me at all when someone's like, okay, well, this guy's going to hit this guy, and I got 2 assists, so it's 2 dice. Boom. It doesn't bother me.
I don't mind that.
But
No,
I
that's
do
fine.
know that there are some people that they hear that and it kind of bothers them. So it's what I was trying to say is there are different things that bother different people.
Yeah.
And they may not even be a negative thing. It's just something like rooting against. You could be in a league where that goes on all the time. But when you bring it to a tournament, then you got people who don't do that, and it feels so wrong. But they
That
don't
is
know.
terrible.
But yeah.
That's open bad sportsmanship.
Well, and I'm not.
But
I'll
again,
do it for you,
it's
roll
not
Yeah,
bad
but in your head,
sportsmanship
it's fine,
if
it's
that's
fine.
how they do in their tabletop.
See, I disagree. Just because people are used to something, that's the one thing that I will ask my opponent to stop, or I will not play any longer.
Okay,
But,
that's fair enough.
But I'm not going to yell at the table or anything. I'm going to say, would you please? I'm sorry. That really. I mean, I know you want me to fail because if I do badly, that'll help you. I get that. It's fine. But can we please speak more positively? I cannot take that.
And I think if you address it, it's usually something they're like, oh, well, that's just something we do at our league. Oh,
and that's fine.
yeah.
It's still bad sportsmanship.
I guess-
even if you're
Okay.
used to it.
For me, just to get
Fair enough.
just to finish my thought on that, it's just I'm not going to say anything to them. If that's how you play at your league, if that's how you normally do it, go. That's fine. It's frustrating to me, but you lose my sportsmanship vote. You could be the cheeriest, happiest motherfucker out there.
Woo, motherfucker
out there.
Motherfucker
out there, and it doesn't. I mean, you're not going to get my. You're not going to get my sportsmanship vote because you're doing something that I just. I mean, so that's. But I had an issue this week. So when I went to write down my votes, I had a couple of people do that. So and then somebody tied it, and I'm like, yeah.
But now we know how to get into your head.
Yeah, now you do.
Whenever we play against you.
Go right ahead.
I did find it interesting. This is just talk to the community that somebody told me that they overheard people when it came for fan favorite. That somebody said, I guess on Orclahoma Bowl Day, they were like, well, I'm not going to vote for that guy because I know he's going to win. So I'm going to vote for somebody else. Guys, if you think something, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Really.
Vote for who you want.
If you like it, just vote for it.
Yeah, if it wins by 11 votes to 1, that's so much better for the organizer, too, than 5 to 4.
I mean, my best sportsman award today went to a guy that I didn't play all weekend, and every time I've seen him, he was very happy and very sporting. And
That means you didn't vote for me.
But no, it was just a guy that would seem kind in every aspect of everything I saw him do, and so you don't have to. You don't have to always play the same person. Vote that way. I'm sorry.
I definitely vote for who you want, because thinking they're going to win anyway, so you vote for somebody you don't want to, that's wasting your vote, and then they don't win even though you thought they should win. That's ridiculous. So vote for who you want to vote for, and stop rooting openly for failures.
You know what we didn't get this year?
Me.
We did not get any negative votes this year.
Not Steve's or Santa Claus or G-Dubs.
Yes.
Steve's ass.
Maybe it was just certain people
Somebody
that came
voted for
last
Steve's
year.
ass? How many votes did Steve's ass get last year?
I think someone's ass did get a vote last year.
It might have been mine.
It might have been Scott's ass.
Is that a compliment if they vote for your ass for best sports?
But I know we had not so-and-so's name in the bucket. I'm like, really?
That's somebody voting right after a game where things were maybe not so good.
It's like, well, that solved a tiebreaker, so okay.
You were tied for best sport. You got a negative vote. You got one removed.
It works.
There you go. Okay, well, so there you go. If you don't have a positive vote, at least not vote. For the
if you
person
do
don't
have
want.
an opinion, make it known. I have no problem with that.
Wow.
Drew's getting so sleepy.
We need
He's hit the wall. Look at this guy. He just wants to paste one on his little belly and go to bed.
Yeah.
All right, we can't go to bed.
Oh, we can go to
He's
bed.
rubbing his nipples.
We just turn his mic off. It's fine.
Oh, Billy.
Billy, don't be a pervert.
I've been looking forward to this.
No,
all
Billy.
day.
All right. I can't believe that I'm
excited.
one of the main serious guys here right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're so serious when you're tired.
Look at the main guys and the other guys.
Yeah, I know.
I thought Drew was the main guy. I'm joking.
We both know we're the main guy.
Yeah, we both know because, that's our houses.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was not some keyboard on Steve's computer. That's not some sound effect just thrown in for the morning talk show feel.
You get your nose right up in that prime.
That is now
Step away.
Scott's microphone.
Oh my god.
No.
No.
Take that.
No, you don't.
Back.
You don't get a fart in a microphone and give it to the guest.
I'm going to do the rest of the show from over here. I hope you can hear me. I hope the audio's good.
That's fine.
Outside of
That's safest.
Scott's cloud.
Oh, come on, fellas.
I was about to pay homage to the awesome both down approved naming system.
Okay,
All right, well, we
let's
might cut
get
this
to that.
out.
And I
Let's
was
do
given the
this.
fart mic.
I switched mics back. It doesn't even stink.
Does not stink.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all that sushi.
I had a roommate in college. Who could tell us
We had
that
so
farts
many
didn't
rolls.
stink.
That was like
Yeah.
We had like the three of us. We had 6 rolls or something.
we just shared.
It was huge.
It was a giant sushi orgy.
And we
There
were
were 6
full with
rolls.
like about a roll and a half left. But Drew
it was-
forced us to eat all that.
Yeah, I
sushi.
just opened your mouth and I said, "You stick that in there and you eat that roll."
He's like, you have to eat 4 more pieces.
And then we went for sushi.
Oh,
I don't care how nerdy it is. We are going to make this happen because I'm looking forward to this.
Okay.
Coming down for this trip, I want to participate in a both down
This is
approved
sort of
section.
exciting.
I don't think we have anything to do but watch.
No,
I'm thrilled for this.
I want
All right,
to
let's
see the
do
blood
it.
in the
As
water.
those of you that listen to both down know,
it's time for the main guys.
main event.
Main event.
Scott's very much about the theme. You guys show is about the theme, the fluff of the game, the history.
Don't pound on the
So,
table.
very good point. That's how excited I am. I need a gavel. And we like it when you come up with a team name that has where the team is from, the mascot. It sounds like a real fantasy sports team, and the more mythology and stuff behind it, the better. I try to do that in Iowa. I get mocked. I don't care. I'm a big theme guy. So I want to participate in the both down approval process.
Big theme.
Yeah.
I think you're more of a structure guy. I mean,
Yeah, you like to be in control.
You're OCD man.
it has to be placed in the name.
Control is my theme.
Control. Okay.
That's why you play
I got
Virgo all
it.
the time.
Pussy control.
Oh.
Wow.
That's our real song. It's about controlling cats.
Yeah.
It's
It's hard to herd cats.
It is hard. It is very hard to
All right.
control.
All right.
What do you want to do here? Because this has been your fantasy to try to figure
The
out
plane,
what
boss,
the both
the
down
plane.
thing is.
Yes. Yes.
You're never going to figure out the both down approved
No, I
thing
won't.
because it's in
See,
my
I'm gonna
brain.
be your
Here's what we'll do.
Ooh.
I would like to.
I'll put you on my team.
You do. You do 20%, right?
I usually do 20% when I do it like Chaos Cup.
So we had 30 teams at Orclahoma Bowl. That means, if my math is anywhere close to correct, you pick 6 out that are going to qualify for both down approval.
Both down approval.
For Oklahoma Bowl, so that's first.
Oklahoma Bowl.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. I've picked a few.
Okay.
And if I say one, I want to know if you agree with that one as a major list or not.
Okay, so you got 6. You're going to say them.
Actually, I only picked 5.
Okay.
I don't know if my criteria is more difficult or what. I only got 5. Okay.
This is semantic review.
Yeah, totally, exactly. It's ridiculous. So,
Do you say tomato?
this one is kind of a cop-out. A, because it's my team, and B, it's because it already got both done approved at Chaos Cup. So, did the Steel City Ironclads make your list?
Honorable mention.
I'll mention. Fair enough. Okay. That's fine. That's close.
It also is easy to knock them down to the honorable mention because I've picked them before.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But there is some teams I have picked before, but they also have history at Orclahoma Bowl and Spiky Cup.
Makes sense. All right. So now
Let me tell you something, actually. I really did like your team. I liked
Cool.
it.
All right.
The design and everything else.
The numbers on the bases. If you haven't seen them, what type of numbers are
They're
they?
They're clock kit. They're from a clock kit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The clock numbers just on
They
their base
actually-
and painted, and they looked awesome.
That the numbers really, it's stupid, but the numbers make that pop because it looks all clockworky to me by going off that stuff. So I was like kind of impressed, and I was like, until you told me how you built them, I was like, yeah, that's too much work, so I'm not going to copy
I
it.
can grade it down for the effort. That's awesome. All right. That's cool. That's
No,
cool.
like I was thinking that'd be an easy team to kind of mimic because you silver painted them and did washes
and
with
then you
different
wash
colors and
positions,
stuff, and then I was like, oh, you had to glue arms and this and that. It's too much work. Good for Chance.
Good. All right. I also picked the Drew's team, the Hamanoptera Horrors.
Nope.
Oh, no good, huh?
Now, is that the Warhammer? Did you get that from Warhammer?
No, I
Okay,
took
well,
that. Yeah, I didn't take it from Warhammer.
You just made it up.
No, it's from the movie The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser. From
Oh,
the
Lord.
and then
Is
what I,
Hamanoptera a location?
yeah, Hamanoptera is where the
Imhotep.
we're Imhotep
Yeah.
and an ox and a moon. And then what I did, because I listened to your podcast, and what I did to make the names up is I took the characters' names and I merged the character
Nice.
name
With
and
the actor name?
actor name
That's my thing.
on the on
Yeah.
the,
That's
for
Steve's
the
deal.
for the front side and for the back side. I merged them both together,
Hey,
and I actually used the
Billy.
place. You know what? This
That's
is
Steve will
crap.
broke down. That's
Hey,
maybe Steve broke down.
Billy, I've got the horses.
All right, next one. Let's go.
Let's go with the. I
Billy,
apologize
the wrong
for
side
the
of the
pronunciation. The
river.
Wiesbaden Warriors, Norse team.
What was that
No.
again?
22. The Wiesbaden or Weisbaden Warriors?
No. But
All right,
I picked
with-
them on the list of what I thought you would pick.
Oh,
Oh.
nicely done.
Metagame.
Nicely done.
Meta.
He resisted the allure of the alliteration. Nice job. Speaking of alliteration, how about the Arundel Arrows?
Yes.
Wood Elf team. Yeah, I like
Yes.
that one.
That one I picked.
The Arrows is a good Wood Elf mascot.
Yes, it is.
Michael Lewis plays that team fairly often,
Mhm.
so it has some history, and Michael Lewis has a history playing that,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
elf
yeah.
team and stuff. He always repaints the bases
Yeah.
to match, like, if you look at his bases, like yellow will mean whatever skill and this and that,
Mhm.
and those things are starting to get kind of this lumpy
Layer of
Paint it
paint.
over and over again.
I asked him, I was like, how many times have you repainted those? He goes, you can tell they've been painted a lot, can't you? And I said, yes, I can, because it's really thick.
Just cut it, peel it, and count the rings.
Exactly.
Nice. It's gonna be up over
He's
the-
going to
the next
eventually
week
have to do
eventually.
something.
He's got
because
to,
it's
he's
getting
got to
really
get like
thick.
an exacto and trim that all the way back down.
He's trim halfway and keep the layers like Steve said. The last one, now I only picked 5, and yeah, I've only gotten one of them so far. The Wichita Rampage. Now I'm not usually a fan of like the singular mascots, like the Heat. Or
I'll say
Magic
Scott
or
something
Rampage,
like that. Yeah.
But I don't think it was bad. So it's got a place. And
It's really not bad. And I thought it was good. I think that was Kevin's team?
I
Or
believe
Joseph's?
Joseph's, yeah.
I thought it was good. I mean, for a young guy like that to come up
Rampage.
with something. I see, like I might have turned Wichita into a city of the
Mhm.
Warhammer universe. Put a
Paxton.
Y with an I, and strips
Oh,
up the
okay.
Y with the I,
Yeah.
Okay.
or added a W at
He
the
did
end.
put a T in there.
Yeah, so
Which? WITCH? The T's not normally in there,
I
right?
get it,
First
I
one?
get
it.
Okay, yeah.
What's
no,
Wichita, yeah.
yeah.
But it's not a Dark Elf team scale.
I actually I love the Rampage as a name for
Okay.
a sports mascot, like
Okay.
a team, like a
Yeah.
herd, like a Rampage. But I've liked that ever since I was a kid.
Okay.
Before Blood Bowl, me and my buddies made up a whole bunch of like our own like NFL teams, and then we'd like look for random numbers This is really stupid. Hey, Dad, give me a number. And he'd say like 8, which rounds down to 7. So we'd like do it by the quarters.
Right.
And so we had this fake league of nothingness, really, but it was random numbers. And then the team that won it all was the New York Rampage. So
I was gonna say I know a good source to find random numbers. Check a generator. So dumb.
Wow.
we
so
were
dumb.
very all tired.
Wow.
It is. It's not late enough for that to be funny.
Not
Or
yet.
maybe it
The
is.
reaction's pretty
but-
funny.
Go for
though.
it. What's next?
That's all 5 I had, man. So I
That's
can hear
all
your
5?
list. Yeah,
Okay.
I could not get a 6th one, so maybe I'm being too strict here. What were
All
yours?
right. I fell in love over the weekend with the Bolton Creek Emeralds.
I picked them for I did the Spiky Cup accidentally first. I had them for the Spiky Cup. I like that one too.
That's a good
I
one.
like that one too.
That one
Yeah.
could go either way. At first, that was the guy who sent in his team, and I was like, you need to fix this roster. And I said, and if you want to, you better give me a team name. Otherwise, you're going to default to a 2nd edition team name.
Right.
And I said, right now, you're the Albion Wanderers.
Yep.
He quickly came back with his league. I guess his league name is what I said.
Bolton Creek Emeralds.
Bolton
That's
Creek
nice.
Emeralds. And
Yeah.
then once I saw his team, that was the human team with the green and
Oh,
the
okay.
Scaly
the
green.
ones we
shoulder
were
pads.
talking, the scaly green
They're emeraldy,
with
yeah.
the purples
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the ogre that had the plumes and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that team really grew on me,
Mhm.
and I mean, hell, who knows? This might be a real creek down in Texas for all I know. But
Yeah.
it felt kind of cool. It's different.
I totally agree. I like that too.
What did you say? The Arundel
Arundel, I would say.
Arundel
I could be wrong.
arrows. Those made it.
Yeah.
The Prague Soul Hunters made it for a Necro team.
Oh, maybe I was biased because they whooped me so bad.
Ringworm Brothers Circus worked for the Goblin team. That's the circus, just because Ringworm.
Traveling circus.
Traveling circus had
Yeah,
a place.
so,
That's
yeah.
true. Well, he did have the very nicely painted circus goblin team.
Right.
So
Now,
Right.
now, does the paint job figure into a both down approval?
Apparently, it
No,
has.
both the
I can
emeralds and the
see
circus
in the
were-
role-playing game that this team just travels around and plays
Yeah.
crazy games and stuff like that.
But he
So-
has mentioned paint on all 3 of his ones so far.
all 3 of these were really well painted.
I
I don't know about the arrows,
okay.
actually. I don't know about the arrows.
I don't
You mentioned
talk-
the bases on them about paint. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, the arrows were
okay.
painted.
Yeah.
The base. Yeah.
The Margrana Destros, I like.
Is it Destros? Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Diestros.
Oh, it's
Diestros.
Diestros.
Destros.
The Magrita Diestros.
The fencer guys or whatever.
Magrito.
That team's also,
Yeah,
I've seen that
Destros.
team before as well.
Okay.
So in Margarita and stuff, so, and the Warhammer years. So I like that. I like that it uses some different models. I don't think they were based, but I wish you would have based them. But I like all teams to be based with like the standard green grass for a
Yeah.
field. That's just me. I know some people do other stuff. Another honorable mention. I had your team down. The Sun Devils is Matt McMatt's team,
Right.
the El Hayat Sun Devil. I know he researched that name because he wants to be both down approved, but he tried and everything.
And he used my college too, so he was like looking for like dual podcasts.
I don't really have a problem with that.
I don't like Sun Devils as a mascot.
Unique.
the Sun Devils.
I just don't like it.
Oh, you don't
What's
like
a Sun
that?
Devil?
It's a Sun Devil.
About $3.50.
I gave him $1. I gave him $1. But what is a Sun Devil?
It's like a mischievous gremlin, I guess. I don't know.
How's a sun factor into it?
Because it's in the Valley of the Sun.
He's some devil's
It's in the
son.
Valley of the Sun.
Yeah, what's your problem?
Sparky the
man?
Sun Devil, a little known fact, was made to look like Walt Disney because they hired a former Disney animator to do the mascot.
Yeah.
And he was pissed off because he'd been let go. So he literally drew that Walt Disney as the devil.
Oh,
That's why he's got the little mustache. Anyway.
that's really
And
awesome.
Disney
Yeah.
World is in Florida, which is the land of the sun.
And Flo Rida has nothing to do with Florida.
My name is
Spin you
Florida.
right around.
Why is my name Florida?
So yeah, Sun Devil. So
So that was like an honorable
was Mark
mention.
Schmida, yeah.
That was an honorable mention.
Sure.
But the other 6 I kind of like. Like I said, there's some history with some of those teams.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't, there you go. That's Orclahoma Bowl. What do you got?
Wait. You have one more here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do have one
I
more.
want to talk about this one.
Okay. Coldwater Hate Breeders.
Okay. Honorable mention or on the list?
No, this is on the list.
On the list. Okay. Both have
I don't know. I just kind of like this for Dark Elves. Maybe it helps that the Dark Elf team. I like how the Dark Elves get portrayed either with the real pale skin or the blue skin.
Yeah.
His team. Now, I would say it was.
So the team was painted blue. So
and
that
painted
is
really well.
I'm just saying.
Well,
Drew has a
Give it a
point.
second head one, yeah.
You're again.
That helps in presentation. No shit.
Blue, bottom,
Okay.
If
They
you
all
bring,
also
if you
fit
bring
the theme.
army men
Yeah.
and they have 3 colors on it, I'm probably not going to
But
like it.
okay,
if they're
I'm just
called the
saying
Prague
that
Soul
in
Hunters.
this situation, you're basing it on all factors,
Presentation.
not just the
Presentation.
name.
I do like the name because we just did the thing about the land of chill.
Yeah,
Coldwater could be an area.
Yeah.
Hate breeders.
That was what mixed it for me.
But Dark Elves, I don't see Dark Elves as the super evil race, but I know in like Warhammer, if you're going to that stuff, they are like really evil dicks. So it's just
very-
like
Now that's a good
political.
goblin name.
the evil
The
dicks.
evil
dicks.
The really good evil
dicks,
dicks. The really good-
Coldwater shriveled dicks.
I like Coldwater as a place, but Hate Breeders was just
That's too mean for
it's
you.
pretty mean. Yeah, and what is it? You said what is a Sun Devil? What's a Hate Breeder? Is that someone who spreads hate?
I think
Yeah.
we've established this that it is about 350.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay. So
Why
what's a
do
Hate Breeder?
you should know?
I liked it.
I gave him.
I liked it. You made me pick 6. It was hard to pick 6.
I didn't make you. You told me that was the rule.
Well, that normally is.
Oh,
It's not my rules. I'm following your
I'm
rules.
tired. You see, you
Okay.
only picked 5. So
That's true. I
it
couldn't.
is.
Yeah, I'm learning. So I'm learning.
All right,
I'm
so-
apprenticing.
These ones, see, I thought you'd pick some of these other ones, but you didn't. So I got the arrows and the.
And I only
The
got
West
the
Bend.
arrows. That was the only one I picked that you also picked, I think. And I got one honorable mention. That was it.
Okay.
All right, fair enough. All right, so we got some wiggle room there.
Okay.
It's all opinions.
Okay. Sure.
So Spiky Cup, another tournament, another group. Some of these teams were repeated. Like I had the Bolden Creek Emeralds on this one because I mistakenly did this as first.
I could have.
really
I
liked
could have
those.
gone either way. I had them
Yeah.
on my. It could have gone
Right.
here too.
So I liked the Reichland Rhinos
Yep. That's
because the
on my
Reichland
list.
Reavers is of course a classic Blood Bowl team.
Right.
I thought Rhinos is kind of an updated one. It makes sense that one place would fold and maybe another franchise comes in later on once Reichland
Is
shows.
that what you liked, or you thought I was gonna pick?
Both.
Yep. That's what I got. I got you picking them too.
Rhinos is a good mascot.
So.
I sound like such an ass here. I picked my own Argon Paranoids.
Nope.
No, fair enough. That's totally fine.
I knew that wouldn't work.
Do you know what Paranoids is from? You know what Paranoids is from, right? Why? How it's Tron related? Why I picked Paranoids?
No.
It's the name of the game that Finn created.
Oh,
Space before
that's
Tron,
right.
Space Paranoids.
Yeah,
Oh,
Space
yeah,
Paranoids.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably if I was a bigger Tron fan, I might
That's
find
fine.
the
Yeah.
humor in that. But
Totally
I
understand.
just didn't. I really I don't remember Tron enough. I didn't think Tron was a great movie. I was pissed when I finally saw it
Why don't you watch it every other night?
because I hated.
I
that
couldn't
movie.
find it on.
As
I
a
wanted
child, I wanted nothing more to see Tron. And then when it finally came out on VHS where we could watch, rent it or whatever, many, many years later, it's like he gets sucked into that computer. I wanted that whole world just to be that world, not
Yeah.
him sucked into the computer.
Yeah.
It ruined it for
With
me.
a laser.
That ruined it for
That's
me.
how technology works.
Totally ruined that movie for me.
So we're gonna
Fair
watch
enough.
it tonight.
If that was a whole planet and universe or whatever,
Yeah.
I could accept that movie so
Don't
much.
give me the bookend. Just give me the filler.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
want the meat in the middle.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. That's what the Paranoids. I try to have unique mascots. So
That is unique, though. That's not terrible.
No, I'm not justifying it. I was just explaining
Sure.
why I picked a weird one. So obviously the Emeralds is awesome. I like them a lot. The Harganeth Horrors.
Yes.
I thought that was cool. That Harganeth, I don't know if that's a real place.
Yes.
It's made up, whatever.
Yes.
It sounds very evocative, and I'm a sucker for the alliteration. Horrors is nice for a Dark Elf team.
Yeah.
That's Will Oliver's team. Nice job there. This is one of my very favorites, the 10 Seas Tritons.
That's on my list.
Now, 10 Seas, you talk about having different ideas for a location. It's like they are from like all the seas, or some area maybe of the world that has 10 seas there. It's a very unique. It's not just this bird or this.
It's also
this
a pen
town
of the Tennessee
or this
Titans.
city.
Is it?
Tennessee Titans.
It's the Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee Titans. Because he's from Houston.
That's
he's
really
from
cool.
Houston,
And they were
he's
usually the
Houston,
Oilers,
the
yeah.
Oilers, right.
That's really cool, but I like it even better just thinking it's some place
Right.
called 10 seas.
I like it for
Yeah.
both reasons.
Yeah.
Because it has that
creative.
NFL pun.
And he actually has a logo for it. He made counters
That's
for
awesome.
it.
He does, but you know what? I haven't actually seen his team, so this one's totally not paint related.
Good.
Fair enough. And the last one, I have Drew's Beaumont Bogies.
Nope.
Oh, did you want to say who does the Tennessee Titans?
That's Brad Wells.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just give a little shout out.
Oh yeah.
Shout out.
I thought the bogey. I like bogies for his
What's a
his
bogey?
mascot.
An
Well, in my
airplane?
case, I get it in like an enemy fighter plane. Like
Yeah.
you get it that war dancers are coming into your cave, so I get that aerial kind
So
of
what is
thing.
it, Drew?
Beaumont Bogies. Beaumont is the town from Footloose. And a
Oh
bogey.
God, I just saw that play. I should have known that.
And a bogey is actually an old-timey term for a railroad car.
Oh.
Or it's a type of railroad car, I think. So basically, the naming schemes are the name of one of the actors or one of the main characters from Footloose, and a car type name from old railroads.
I like it. Beaumont Bogey's got the alliteration there. So no good for Scott. All right, so we had a couple matches. We had the Tritons.
See, I said you would pick the Beaumont Bogies.
You got that right.
I want
so what do you have that I didn't have?
The Elizabeth Shue producers.
I had the Ichthus.
Ooh, I like that.
Gorillas.
Just because they're gorillas?
Yes. Blood Moon Lunatics. I figured you might go like all Full Metal Goblin here. Legbiter's Broken Nose. And then the Carmen Killers was my last one. I was just threw it out.
That was not bad. I almost picked that one too.
Chaos, I thought you'd like the KK thing.
Oh,
Is that the shave head? Is that shave my head?
Because of Corn, Carnlin.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Stop it. Me too.
I like the goblins. It's hard to
Harlan
pull off
Georges.
for me. You spell
that'd be
lunatics
funny.
a little different because you have like the tick logo,
Yeah, I did that.
Ticks are gross.
Yeah.
and the misspelling is tough for me. Purposeful misspelling. I get that.
Arthur.
And Ithaca, it's the possessive. If they
You
were
got enough for that?
Well, here's the thing. I talked to him about this team, and he explained it, and it was Ithaca, the star player, Ithaca Benoin. You know, if I'm even pronouncing that correctly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked the story that while he was playing 8 miniatures as Kimmery, I would have just been cool with a place called Ithaca.
Did he say I don't have any Camry miniatures? So I just
No, he didn't tell me that. He actually told me about the whole story about how Jane Goodall turned into an ogre and then abandoned the team in the desert, and Benoin came back and got mad nobody hired him, so he wanted a crew, and they were wandering. I mean, he had the whole thing. And it was really cool. But,
All right.
yeah, so pretty close, though, in that one. Much closer on that list than the last one.
All right, you ready? So I had Reefland Rhinos.
Yeah.
10 Seas Tritons.
Yep.
10 Seas Tritons. Harganeth Horrors.
Mm-hmm.
Legbiter's Broken Nose is not a typical one I'd pick, but
It's not bad. I like
you know,
that one.
goblins, you just see those guys as nobody wants them from their town, so they're not going to claim them. It's going to be a little tribe of guys who travel around or whatever. So I kind of like that one. That one grew on me ever since Paul turned in the roster. At first, I was like, and then it grew on me more and more and more and more. So
It's very Blood Bowl-y because the Broken Nose sounds like the Broken Tooth and, you know, all those other old Orc and Goblin kind of
I
stuff.
like the World's Edged World Eaters with the ogres and stuff because they worship
close.
the Maw
Mhm.
and all that stuff. So I kind of like that feel. They're hanging out in the World's Edge Mountains.
Yeah.
So I like that. And then last year I got Jeff. The Goblin team named Jeff.
Yep. Finished 28. Goblin team then just called Jeff.
There's a Goblin team just called Jeff. And every character had some type of Jeff name on it.
I would say...
But in some ways, even though I'm totally normally against this,
Up.
doesn't
next,
this
next.
just feel like
The
some
evil
stupid...
gets versus.
the team called Jeff.
Jeff.
I don't know.
I think I like
everybody,
it.
I'm
I find
Jeff.
I find
Jeff
it funny
too.
because Jason
I'm
Reeds is such a
Jeff.
character.
I'm
and a personality.
Jeff.
No,
I
but
am Robert Paulson.
the last team I have
We're
on
all
there, and like
Jeff.
I said, it's probably because of history, is the Bach Bashers. Matt Max team. He
Well, the Bach
actually
Bashers.
calls them the
The
Black
Black
Orc
Orc
Bach
Bashers.
Bashers, and I would drop the Black Orc part.
They're sponsored by a brew called Black Orc Bach. He told
They
me.
buy
He
Black
told me
Orc
the
Bach,
story.
yeah. So,
He
I
tells
like the idea
everyone
that
the
they were a
story.
corporate team that was sponsored. Like, if you played that more up, like instead of a location, it's a corporate like team for hire.
Right.
And so it's like even like a sports team being like the Walmart Warriors or something. Like that
It's
sounds
not
right.
Wolf
Like
Cutters.
corporate and heartless. So
He
Black
used-
Orc Bach.
He played the St. Louis Hams,
Yeah,
which
exactly.
was a team based on a restaurant.
That'd be an honorable mention.
so they just got halflings.
yeah.
They're like basically like your circus rodeo clown things or whatever, and they just promote the restaurant. So they go out there and have a game, and then they promote the restaurant.
And
they
that's
don't
why
care
they
if
have
win.
the Hammobile.
Yeah, they have the hamburger.
Mobile.
And when we got inducements, we always took Zara or Chef first, Zara second, no matter what.
Why, because you want a hottie out there?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So-
promote your restaurant.
Booth babe.
Of course.
Zara loves
Of
St.
course.
Louis hams.
She likes to take that hot meat and just stick it in her mouth.
All right. Well, until we
wow.
go into this, thank you for letting me do that. That was fun. So that's who. Congratulations to those that made both on approval, and those that made my list. Just it means
And,
nothing.
and everybody's gonna gripe like, why didn't I make the?
No, don't
this
gripe.
and that? It's just like
opinions.
it's just my
It's
opinions. It's my opinion.
Go ahead and send that to Tim Lyons at 3.block at ggod.
All complaints.
Oh, I'm gonna. If your league listens to our podcast, most of their names are terrible.
Okay. Call them out, please, because they don't listen to me. Yeah, no, I know.
I hate team names that are like phrases and junk like that. It's like, oh, would you stop?
If I would suggest, maybe you should also change the division names to be more fluffy instead of what you currently have.
While you're here, I'll jump on you
The league that
guys.
I have control over, I should do that, definitely.
Your league divisions that change all the time actually in a lot of ways annoy me. Just because I can't grow and listen to the same teams.
For our 9 seasons,
so here's the deal. Like when I first started
divisions.
listening to your podcast, so do we want to do this on air?
Oh,
Let's critique your podcast.
Yeah, do it.
When y'all did the league stuff, a lot of times I'd
Orange
turn it off.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't attach
A
myself
lot of
to
people
it.
did, yeah.
And now, over time, some of the same repeat teams come through, but you change the division teams, which is actually a cool idea to interact with your listeners, because I know you do a lot of shows like that.
Yeah.
And nobody has to do it like ours. We do old commissioners from the Blood Bowl Fluff. So we have the Roselle division and the Thorpe division, and if we ever had one, we could do 3-horn division or whatever. But I don't know. I think maybe having somewhat of not normal names, but consistent names, that way we can attach in our brain as listeners as we envision your role playing.
The other thing is, with the league, I can only speak for one league. The league I'm responsible for, when teams cycle in and new coaches come in and old teams retire and new teams come in, your seeding gets reorientated. So let's say I had the divisions named after the 4 Chaos Gods every season, for example. If somebody won the Corn division, they may retire a season 3 team and come back as season 1 Slon or whatever. It doesn't mean they're going to go back in Corn division.
Oh, okay.
So because I stack them.
I'm sure you guys have a method to that and stuff, but yeah, and like Blood Bowl, I always said from a league standpoint, is a fantasy sports role playing game to me.
Yeah.
So therefore, if the teams had a little bit more, not necessarily serious names, but more things that I can imagine existing in this make believe world, then I can attach to it and care more about.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think wasn't it y'all's podcast where you talked about this awesome ogre that had a AG+2 guy or something?
For
Nick's over. He had a AG+2.
And what was his name?
I'd have to look it up.
It was something like terrible. I mean, it was not a really good name. It was just like a phrase, and it was like, I don't give a crap.
Because that was his team named after Iowa football players.
Yeah, so
Pride
it was
Parker.
It was
I call him the Parker Pride, but yeah,
it was Pride Parker, and it was for the love
I can't remember his name, but you're right.
It wasn't a phrase though. It was the name of a guy.
Was it?
It was the name of a former Iowa football player.
I would say.
I think the ogre might have been the exception, but we could look it up. But
but anyways, I love the story. How
I really want to talk about it because you have 4 edge.
Yeah, and I see that all the time on Fumble too. So it's just not your guys. I'm not picking on you guys.
Oh yeah, it's just
As a league commissioner, sometimes I'll tell people, why don't you change your names or whatever. So you just give me. I can attach to it more if it seems more realistic.
It makes it hard for us.
In a fake world.
Yeah. It makes it hard for us, too, because we do want to cover the league as if it's sort of like a sports center kind of thing. And it is hard to do that when there are names that are not names.
Or another example is when y'all do your, was it Critical Hit Bowl?
Yeah.
Indeed.
When you do that and you say a guy's name and it's a real name, that's one thing. But when it's
Jukebox Hero.
Jukebox Hero or Root Beer Tapper or something like that,
that was
it's
mine.
hard to connect.
That's
Is
my
that yours?
fault. Root Beer Tapper was mine.
If that's
my very first
if that's
local
what
team
you
ever.
love, play it.
Okay.
I get that. I'm not asking you to come to my league and play that.
Yeah.
I get it. And if we had a store league, we'd get that same stuff. There's no names whatsoever. I mean, because we had Extreme on, and he said that people just wouldn't have names.
Yeah.
So I understand.
Or Blitzer 1.
Yeah.
And golly, I've seen some things where they just name them like Player A, Player B, Player C. It's
Different levels of interest, I guess.
Yeah.
Luckily, in the next Critical Cup that we do, there's a luckily plug the next show. Next
Sure,
Critical
go
Cup.
for it.
Both the teams have names. Like, even though, both the teams have a team name, a location, a mascot,
Shocking
and all
news.
the players have names. Exactly.
Blood Bowl.
So when we
Both
cover-
teams have names.
Exactly. We should do a commercial for that. So that'll help. But yeah, it's difficult for us to do the fantasy aspect of the show when so many of the names, the teams that we report are different. But at the same time, you can't police that.
No,
Right.
I understand.
You got to make sure the coaches have the freedom to have fun and do what they want, and not everyone enjoys it the same way.
Right. Well, like I played a guy.
Yeah.
We used to play a Star Wars or a role playing game, and we had a guy who would, go undercover and stuff. And his aliases were like things from our real world. So
Right.
it'd be like Speed Racer and
Sure.
goofy things like that. Which it doesn't matter in Star Wars, it doesn't matter in role playing, but it kind of killed the fun for me with that group because immediately, first mission about halfway through this thing, and they talk about aliases, and I was like, okay, this is now not as fun as I thought it would be, you know.
Right.
Yeah, you watch a movie and the phone number is 555. Even if it's just for half a second,
I get it.
takes you out of it.
Yeah, I get it. So, anyways, that's just my take on all of his role playing. Did you find it?
No, I'm almost there.
He's almost there. Look at this
He's
guy.
looking up
He's
Ford.
researching this ogre with Ford jewelry.
Yeah, you wanted to know.
He
and
was
I will
special enough
deliver
to talk
you.
about. Yeah, and then he was
His name was like Hot Damn Rice or something like that.
It was oh no, it was a pun. It was Feel My Wrath.
Feel my wrath.
Yeah.
Name it for Matt Roth, who was a
So
Iowa player. But
so
yeah.
if you wanted to both down him, you probably would say Phil Roth.
Or
Phil
M. Roth.
Phil, yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
Phil Maroth, like Morgenthau,
Yeah.
Maroth, like more apostrophe.
I mean,
Yeah.
even me and Steve differ on that. Like he'll find things, different ways to code names, and I'll find different things to code names. We're just different.
If you want
That's
to,
fine.
I mean, for the Critical Hit League, I can speak for that sort of because I'm sort of part of it.
Yeah, you are co-commissioner.
Yeah. For that one, I mean, you guys come from a role-playing background, right? So
Right.
we consider this a role-playing-esque game.
yeah, I can see that.
For a majority of when we founded the CHG, it wasn't it. The role-playing aspect of it was very subdued, I suppose, or not even really present. Like because we were playing in that third ed league, the modified third ed league, and nobody in there really was a lot. I mean, there's a couple of guys like Peter and Andrew. They'll both do a lot of the fluff stuff, but the rest of the league is just like whatever.
Well, it just depends on background.
Yeah, and it's background. And then so when Tim, when we set it up with Jared and Tim at the store, it was very much, it's just about competitive playing.
This is one of those things that that's where you come from.
Be
That's what
happy,
you're going to be.
be happy you guys got a big league. I
Well,
mean,
that's why the league name stays the same, but the divisions change all the time. It's just because we like to change it up every season, make it unique for that season.
Okay.
And there's no real fluff behind it. I mean, I don't know if there's not a lot. I mean, like I would say about 80% of the coaches in the league right now, fluff is not very high on their list of things.
sure, it's a tabletop.
Yeah, it's a table. It's strategy board game.
Yeah.
RPG second.
See, and the reason I got into it so hard and heavy was because I read that rule book that had all the fluff in it. And I read that, and I'm like, this is really cool. All these teams exist, and they've got history, and they've got championships, and all these records, and informational nuggets. I can make my own team and kind of insert it into that world. That's awesome. But, yeah, if we're going from just a strictly... If I went to it like I played HeroClix, and then I just happened to stumble across this, and I was taught it by somebody, and then I saw the rules as only a way to check things I had questions about, then that would probably have changed my whole opinion of this.
Yeah, sure.
But being exposed to it how I was because of Scott, it caused that to happen.
Makes sense.
Scott touched me.
Wait, where? Show me where on the doll. No, show me on chance where he touched you.
I have to use my mouth.
Okay. Chance,
Wow.
stand up. Chance, stand up.
No, he doesn't have
Especially,
to. He has to bend
speaking
over.
of using mouth, me and Chance actually got to play today.
You guys
For the
did?
first time ever.
So what was
I'm 0-2 versus
Round
3
three.
block people.
I'm pretty sure I haven't played any of you.
Well, you were playing Goblins. So.
Played him.
I was playing
Did you play?
Goblins,
Did you
but
play Logan or one of the guys we brought up at Chaos Cup last year?
oh, well, if he's part of that, then I'm 0-3.
Oh, played you? That's right.
I played Logan.
Yeah.
We keep ducking Steve.
Yep. You're too afraid. I took down Vanderby. I can take you down.
Yeah, and
Dude.
I scored on 2.
I'm 1-0 against Brian too.
I tied him.
Yeah.
I would never play him again.
Brian,
I would.
Well,
If
you're
you're
fine.
1-0, are you 1-0 against him?
Yeah, he came up to 3 Raw a couple years ago. He's
Dude,
playing
if I
Norse.
ever got paired up against him, if I were you, I would just fake the shits. Like, sorry, dude, I got the shits.
keep my 1-0.
I'm gonna have to drop.
He skulled out with a snow troll on his first action against my orcs and killed himself.
Oh, that was
And then,
huge.
and then the orcs rolled him.
He took a snow troll?
Yeah.
Dude,
He won most touchdowns in that
Dude, he
tournament.
takes snow shoals.
And that was back
Yeah,
when, that was the
okay.
year that 3 Raw was 6 games. And he won most touchdowns with Norse.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And the orcs won as well.
And shortly after that, we went down to 4 games.
Don't blame you.
Yes.
There's
One-day
no
tournaments
way
are
I
great.
would do this as a 6-game tournament. I don't like that.
Honestly,
I love
think
it
we'd
for
lose
yeah,
customers.
we would lose
I
people.
mean, people. I think we really would.
2 days is a great idea.
I love it for
tournaments.
Chaos Cup because it is a special thing.
Yeah.
It's a major. That's what it should be.
Well, and you need those games that if you're going Swiss with all the
With
points
all
and
those
everything,
people, yeah.
you need that many games to sort it out. With 30 people or 20 or
Mhm.
whatever, you can get away with 4 and have a pretty
Yeah.
clear winner.
Yeah.
Without having to go to tiebreakers.
Yeah.
Plus, it's just more fun.
Yeah, 2 different tournaments, 2 different styles.
Great weekend. I can vouch for the fact that it is worth driving a 20-hour round trip for.
Well, yeah. And we're definitely going to try and grab some of the Iowa folks and bring it down next week.
Yes.
Next week.
I'm
Shit.
up team
Coming
number,
back.
Team number 20. I'm knocked up team number 20. I got 4 teams left to play. I'm at road to 24.
Excellent.
Nice. Super sexy.
What
I
should,
knocked
what
out
should
no
I play
teams.
in Iowa?
What's left?
What are your 4 left?
I
You
got,
should play the 8. by the way.
I got Wood Elves, Lizards, Pact, and Dwarves.
Do you want to do well?
Do you want to do well or do you want to...
Okay, you've seen me play number 1, so I'm
Okay.
not going to do well. And
I've seen you play goblins, which you was your
You're
very
the only
first day.
person who at this table who went 3 games win at Chaos Cup.
and then I went
That's true.
Lost.
Yeah. But
Still,
To Team Sweden and Team Canada.
I think I've
So-
only ever won 2 games at most of Chaos Cup.
to answer
same
your
here. I
question...
went win-win.
I played goblins 2 years
tie-tie.
and ogres.
If
once.
you wanted more chances at prizes, then I would say play Chaos Pact and bring all 3 big guys.
Okay.
And because you
3
get
die blocks.
3 die blocks,
Yeah.
get your
Yeah.
prizes. If you wanted to win, I would say you said 6 skills.
Willows may be too technical. Lizards, I think.
Lizards are pretty good. You
And
have
dwarves obviously are going to probably.
I
do
would
well.
my personal not knowing your personal play style as well as say
Cage.
Chance does.
He cages.
He
Every
cages.
team
I played
he
him-
plays.
He played goblins. I played him 1 game. I don't know his play style.
Well, he played him a lot.
You know what? I'm actually really scared to play Dwarves in tournaments.
Oh, God, yes, you
Because
It's
I'm pretty good with them
boring.
in our league and stuff.
So
But
They're-
I'm scared to do it in a tournament. Just
They
'cause
are right in his wheelhouse, though.
Didn't play dwarves. Didn't play dwarves.
I think I might.
You see
My-
the Iowa Minnesota challenge.
My tournaments I still want to play in this year
Mhm.
is going to be Rock Cup, Kansas,
Everyone's-
Iowa, and then Chaos Cup. I think I started. I think I'm going to try Dwarves and Chaos Cup just because.
Makes sense.
Not going to do Chaos Pact or Chaos Cup.
Not this year. I think I'm really gonna just take Dwarves just because
They should have those rules up soon, shouldn't they?
Pretty soon, I would
Do you
think.
think?
I don't know.
Well, they probably need the IM.
Yeah,
It's a hard build.
Yeah.
Chaos Cup
it is.
in some ways because I'm the type of guy that likes to have a bitch player and 2 rerolls.
Yeah.
Because like Kent, I get my big guys that shouldn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Then I have to play down.
My recommendation would be if you want more of the minier prizes, go with the Chaos Pact.
'Cause y'all
Otherwise,
do like 3 block attempts.
There's a prize for most 3-die blocks thrown.
yeah, at the
Successful
end
or
of
not.
yeah,
Just
and it should be a pretty nicely painted big guy, right?
Ooh.
yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, the prize is actually a miniature.
Ooh.
Yeah, and we actually pay some.
Last year was going to be a second-hand troll, but the guy that I gave a second-hand troll to of my own collection to paint moved out of state and we never saw it again.
Yeah.
So this
Who's
year,
that
we're actually
guy?
hoping to be able to give that painted miniature
Yeah,
to
and
the winner.
actually, he had finished painting it,
and send me pictures
and he sent him pictures.
of my miniature. That's
He
now
moved
in
out of
the
state, and you know who won it? Tim got screwed out of
Tim
it.
did.
And he hasn't sent it to you? Still?
No, he's gone.
No, he's gone.
He sent me pictures while he was still living in Iowa.
Mhm.
And I was like, the tournament's in a
Where's-
couple weeks. You got this?
where's
He's
he
like,
live?
yeah, it's got it. It's almost all done. Here it is. And then he moved away and never heard from him.
Where'd he move to?
I
Ohio.
think Ohio.
Okay.
Does it bother y'all sometimes
We
when
can
you
send
bring
people
a
out.
race to a tournament, like a smaller tournament, like 20 people or something,
Mhm.
and you were like debating whether to say 1 or 2 teams, and you show up and somebody's duplicated that team, and you could have went the other route and had represented more races? Because I really like seeing a
Oh,
lot of the
Just-
races.
Just
spread
ask
out.
Chance about his level of racial diversity.
Racial
Speaking
diversity.
of, I think we had,
So-
17 races in Oklahoma?
Yeah, we did pretty well.
We had no Skaven.
I mean, for having like
Yeah, no Skaven was
19 teams
interesting.
that were undead, we did
Yeah.
pretty good.
I don't think I'll ever play Skaven in a tournament again.
They're rough.
If I want 4,
Oh, wait, no, I won the tournament with them.
yeah, they
Yeah,
are
it's a
rough.
6-person tournament.
Really? We're playing that card?
No chaos pact.
If I would have won it, you would have said the same thing to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
bluff call.
No, you weren't. You gotta wear that like
I
a
know.
badge.
To answer your question, it does a little bit bother me about. Oh, I think I'm going to be the only person here with Chaos Pack, and then there's like 4 people here with Chaos
Right.
Pack. It's like
What's
are you going
least
to?
likely
Come
to
on.
show? I know I saved.
Chaos Pack.
there's
last-
no. There's going to be a
There will be a
ton
ton of
What
those.
else? Chaos Pack. It's because of the ancient tournament going through that blocks.
Wait a
you'll
minute.
see Chaos Pack teams.
Wait a minute. Isn't the hardest box to check in you know how the NAF does their matchups to see what races you've played against other races? Didn't they say the hardest one to check off is Vampire versus Chaos Pact?
Ooh, you should take vampires then.
Well, I thought they were one that you had left.
Oh, but nobody's taking vampires. I don't know. I already.
there might be
Oh, you
one
played?
guy.
Oh, you did play Vampires.
There
That's
might
right.
be
My bad.
one guy who plays vampires there, but
No.
People are listening on sort this out off there.
no, I want them to hear everything.
We allow the 8 roster.
Yeah.
But that's not a real team yet.
It's not a
Yeah.
team.
It is a real
And
team.
it's not-
It's not a Blood Bowl approved team.
It doesn't get Scott closer to his.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is
Yeah,
my goal.
you're right. I
So,
apologize. You need to get your 24 teams. You're right. You're right.
So,
So my thought would be Chaos Pact if you want to try and get through most 3-die blocks.
but what other teams least likely to show up? Because
I
It really
know
bugs
there's going to
me.
be a lizard team. I know there's going to be one because last year he played a lizard team and he took the Slan catcher star player who can play for lizards. So he had lizards and a frog, and he almost did really well with it. So he feels like he can play it another year.
Do
and
it
he can
better
do
this
well.
time. Yeah.
Locally,
there will be one lizard.
Locally, a lot of the coaches do not like dwarves, and so they won't bring them.
Right.
Just because the people around us just hate dwarves.
it's cheesy or whatever.
Yeah.
As they should.
Even
So-
the people playing the dwarves don't like them, but if they're like you, they want to check them off in leagues, and
Okay, so the order would be most likely to be played would be Chaos Pact, followed by Definite Lizardmen, followed by followed by Wood Elves, then followed by Dwarves.
All right.
So if you're gonna bring Dwarves to Chaos Pact,
the
then I'd
asshole
say
that comes
Wood
out of
Elves.
town and plays dwarves team we all hate.
No, then I'll lose, and then I'm glad that guy lost.
So then I would say Wood
I
Elves.
don't want to drive 10 hours and everybody hate me.
No,
They probably will though.
Well, it depends on how many people's runs you don't grab.
I'll go.
You'll grab them all. Gotta catch them all.
Here, I have
Gotta
this little
grab 'em all.
clamshell ball. Hold on.
I'll grab them Steve catches.
Oh,
I don't like that.
Lord.
He's hungry.
Hungry like a wolf.
There was didn't one or two of the Minnesota guys play dwarves last year or the year before?
I don't
Because one of them
remember.
got a death roll. He had death roll on his team and he got killed.
Yeah.
He played a buddy in the last round and the guy killed his death roll and they thought it was hilarious. So the Minnesota guys come down. I'm sure you already talked about it. They come down. They run their own tournament now.
Yeah.
Based on ours. And they have leagues based on ours.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like sister leagues, sister
Copycats.
tournaments. So we do ours, yeah. And at the end of June, we go up to theirs and we accumulate the totals for both sides. And Iowa or Minnesota wins, and we have a little gold pig statue that's in the store right now because
Nice.
Iowa was the reigning champion. So if you guys come up, you can catch the border war.
Nice.
Yeah. So I would think that would be the right.
I agree with you.
Okay.
So yeah. Well, yeah. So yeah, we'll see you in like a couple
So yeah.
weeks.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So
His
yeah.
eyes are like
Oh,
closed.
yeah.
whatever.
So,
Says
yeah.
the guy who was asleep yelling in a microphone. You're like, sleepy.
It's a good time. It's a great weekend. It's the tired of having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it went really well. I thought
I
you
know
guys did a
life
great
has to
job.
get like serious in like a day.
Yeah.
You have tomorrow to recover, and then like life begins again. I gotta plan art classes. I gotta go back to work. I gotta be dead again.
Yeah. Don't.
That just makes you appreciate these global weekends even more.
It's a good time. It's good times.
Yeah. So if you want to have this sort of these memories, how about the Orclahoma Bowl next year?
Yeah.
That's
It'll be a
right.
good time.
We're trying to get 50, so if there's any way I can coerce you to
I'm gonna have to
come,
teach my kids
please
to
let
swim.
me know.
Yeah, that'll work. Then they'll get to see me tattoo the both down emblem on Prime's taint.
You're
Yep, it'll be
tattooing
fun.
on his. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it'll be fun.
Awesome.
This
I'm
needs to
ready.
go up on the internet like
Yeah.
soon. So
Boom.
that's like law
Yeah.
now. It's like cyber law.
Oh, it is cyber law.
Cyber law.
Cyber law.
I have a PhD in
It's
cyber
like
law.
Brannigan's love.
Some of the guys
Hard
have been
and
saying to save the Crom since he didn't get to play this year. So I'm saying come on out, and we get guys signed up before a certain date, and we'll maybe make him officially part of the rules again.
Yeah.
But would you guys be able to afford both Crom and the chainsaw guy that was here this year?
We did not have a
Bad
chainsaw.
Bad sauce, sorry.
But maybe not.
We're all so tired.
Dr. Bonesaw.
It's the sushi putting us to sleep.
Damn you, Mercury!
Did you have the Ambien roll or what?
God.
It was Drew saying, like, all right, everybody has to have 4 more pieces. And I was like, my belly's full. Then him and Michael somehow rigged it where I had to eat 1 more than them, I think.
Ron doesn't know, but I've given him a Cosby Colada.
Do you like Cosby Coladas? You'll never know.
Somebody say Bill Cosby? It's like a pudding pop?
And then you take the Rohypnol and stick it in the drink. And
Oh, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing it. Wave them all.
That's your line
No.
for this show? Cosby rape
Cosby's
jokes? That's
too
your line?
much.
Drew,
Wow.
you don't get to cuss much on the other show. Any last words?
Yeah, you want to let him have it? Let him rip. Any good ones?
I believe I have sworn several times. Golly gee.
Oh, golly.
Okay.
Next year we're going to get some Canadians, though.
Ugh,
I think we might.
Fucking Canadians.
Jeffro talked like he wants to come down. He's
Okay,
got.
we're gonna get an
He's got to
alcoholic.
defeat. He said he's calling Brian.
An alcoholic.
No, Jeff-
You already accomplished that, Scott. I'm pretty sure.
Jeffro.
He's calling out Brian too to stop the 4-peat.
All right. Jeffro can do it.
So, if you think you can beat Brian too, come down and defeat him.
We're gonna come
And
out
if you
try.
do, we might give you an extra prize.
Whoa, extra prize.
Ooh.
Oh, we didn't talk about the legacy team.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
David Persinger
yeah.
from down in Texas won the Lady Orc team.
I missed
That's
it by
not a
one
legacy team.
number.
Legacy
But
team.
that's not a legacy team.
That's not the. That's
It
well.
was
Okay,
the giveaway.
it was
That was
our
our painted giveaway team.
painted team is what.
Beautifully
It was.
painted.
And he hasn't been playing long. It's his first tournament, but he only had about 8 games in before this.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So he's got him a new team.
Someone asked him, "So you haven't played much? No. You liking it?" I'm kind of tired, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of tired, but I don't know. That was the first team I ever seen that was a giveaway that I wanted to win. And
Really?
just by one number. Yeah.
You should
I usually am like, oh, they're cool. It's okay, but I got this, I got that, whatever.
You didn't go try
I
to
wanted
bribe
that
him
team.
for like
not.
$200 for it.
I thought that was in bad taste.
Nah, never.
I forgot where I was. Sorry.
It's. I'm not going to make any comments, but I was going to say every team that we've had, not to float our own boats, but they looked amazing.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
Our Scotland team last year was
That was
just
pretty
awesome.
intense.
And then the year before that, we had a guy do up those orcs in uniform from Grebo.
Mm-hmm.
They looked so good.
Sure.
And he put numbers on each one of them. That's the first time I saw a team, and I'm like, I want that orc team. I don't like orcs,
Yeah.
but I wanted that. And I actually went out and got them, painted myself, and I didn't do nearly as good a job.
Right. I liked that team art team today. I really wanted it. I was so close. Both the prizes you gave out that round were the one right under and right over my number. I was
Wow.
like, yeah.
Oh, even the board games?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that was a great team. So very, very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Did you want to talk about the legacy team or no? The sign up?
Oh, for the Scars
Can
thing?
people like write into the show?
Yeah, we'll
and
put 'em-
sign up?
Yeah, if
It'll
you guys
be
can-
on the
yeah,
forums.
We'll talk about it. We'll hit it hard on the actually
We'll tap
best
it. We'll tap
episode.
Snow troll right here.
You gonna do snow
Drew's
troll?
gonna do Snow
Yep.
Troll.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have one of those mountain Rocky Colorado.
He's gonna do a Bigfoot.
Oh, the
model
Bigfoot
for
one?
the Snow Troll.
Nice.
Yeah.
This
Awesome.
is perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
that's great. So
Yeah, it'll have pink
awesome
nipples.
stuff. I hope we
As
get
we
enough
should.
people to participate on it so we can give away like a whole 20 team.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, then I'll rig it, and I'll win.
That was
Don't say that because if Alan ever wins these things, people might think,
You gotta let them know the plan.
oh, I mean,
Shut up.
yeah. Alan's not listening. It's fine.
Or we have way too much guilt to ever do something like that. We've thought about it before. We're like, we kind of don't like this guy. Do we really want to let him have a chance to win the team? Yes, we have to let him have a chance to win the team.
Yeah.
Like, this guy says he doesn't like the models at all. Should we even let him have a chance? We had a guy
we've had a guy say that like I don't
like
that
this
team.
particular team. There
Seems
were
similar.
certain racial issues that came into play. So, because the team, it's the female Shadow Forge, I think.
The nuns,
The
right?
orcs.
Or
The orcs, the
orcs.
orcs.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Six?
they're the female orcs,
Yeah.
and there's a couple of them that are black orcs that have afros and big lips. So he was like,
Yeah.
I
That's pretty-
don't
yeah.
think my black girlfriend would appreciate me bringing this home.
Right.
I'm like, but they're orcs. No, I get that.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm just saying I'm not taking it.
Thanks, but no thanks.
So, like, do we take him out? Like, no. If he wins it, and he can decide what to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or give it to
So,
whoever you wanted.
Did he win it?
No.
It's funny perspective, though, because I never saw that team that way until after
Right.
he said that.
and then you're like, oh,
You can't see it.
yeah.
And then I was just like, oh, they kind of are like that.
Yeah.
No, they are.
The colors, though, were beautiful on the paint job. It was amazing. So, good on them.
When you can use an electron microscope to do the makeup.
Yeah, did I tell you that?
Yeah, he did. Mission at
He
the,
was
the
wife.
tournament, yeah.
So Nathan did the main paint job on them, and then we had a few positionals missing, and him and Kent created the other positionals. Dean's wife did all the makeup on there, Mary. He said that she's like a microchemist or something,
Microbiologist
or something. So she has these big whole magnifying glass, where she can put those things under and bump them up,
Super high resolution.
super high to just get that fine detail on that makeup.
So yeah, when you look and saw that makeup,
when
and you're like, wow.
She did the eye makeup.
That's
She
why.
blew enlarged that really big and got all
blew
those
it out of the
details.
water.
And that's why those eyes were really nice and everything. She got all that stuff in there.
It's crazy.
That's cool.
So all you miniatures painters out there, if you don't have like an electron microscope, you're not really trying.
Right.
You can do better.
Your
Come
studio,
on.
Your studio is incomplete.
Stop phoning it in.
Well, guys, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Well, thank
this
you
should
for.
help ratings over at 3 Night Block.
I hope so.
We're gonna lose listeners. They're gonna come over here and they're gonna wonder why we don't,
No, well, we're not cool.
talk it up on the show.
They're like,
Yeah,
why don't you
we're-
guys more?
Why
Yeah.
aren't you guys cool like the seniors?
Oh, 3-die block after dark. Let's do that.
There's already a Block After Dark. It's called Zerkcast.
Oh,
No.
wow.
Yours would come out though.
No, but ours would actually have Blood Bowl in it.
Oh. Double slam.
Snap!
Are we gonna record something when you guys come to Iowa?
We can if you want.
I don't know.
You guys have to clean it up though.
We can do that.
Yes.
Ooh.
I can clean
We
top and
dropped,
bottom.
We're
I can
gonna
do
have
that.
time.
we got fucking rowdy here, so you guys have to go freaking clean up there or something stupid.
Trust me, this show will probably go clean the first time my daughter actually does an episode. Goes, Dad, what's going on? It's like, okay, I should grow up.
Dad, what's snowballing? Oh.
Wow, thanks a lot.
Yeah, I want
That's
you to have
something
that
new-
conversation.
That's something New Mommy 1 likes to do with New Mommy 2.
Oh.
What?
What?
How many new mommies they have?
I don't know. It was funny.
What is
That was over the
It was
top.
funny.
That wasn't over the top.
That's uncalled for, dude.
And on that note,
Hey.
Hey, let's end this on a really nice note.
guys, thanks for having us. It's been a great
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
Thanks for
See?
hosting
We
us.
appreciate
You're
we
welcome,
appreciate
guys.
you.
Letting us sleep on your couch. Actually, Drew demanded to sleep in your daughter's bed.
On
That
the
sounds
air
bad.
No,
mattress.
you guys, dude.
Bedroom.
Line?
I took the
We're
couch.
finding it.
I took the couch.
Oh man, he's
Couch
getting
been great.
red. He's mad.
Yeah. I'm really tired.
Serious, thanks for hosting us. Great. We can wrap it up. We won't keep you up.
Hey,
Hey, no
I'm glad you
problem,
came, as always.
You guys coming again next year?
Oh,
They said
I'll
they
be
would.
coming several times this next year.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even talk. That's so obvious.
It's
Yes.
a hands-on podcast.
Yeah, we're coming again.
Right now
Wow.
in your eye.
That's what she
See, we got
said.
them to commit. We don't have to go through now.
Okay, good.
No,
All right, guys.
we would come anyway.
Really?
No jokes.
No jokes. Just
All right, well, we might not make.
No.
All right, guys. Thanks for being on here, and I guess we're out of here, Steve.
Yep.
All right.
Stay up the sidelines.
You can follow Both Down on Twitter at Both Down. You can follow Scott at Fat Finley, FATFINLEY, and Steve at Kilowog2814. If you'd like to email, their email address is bothdownpodcast@gmail.com. Or for more information, you can visit them at bothdown.com or on Facebook, facebook.com/bothdown.
I can see a certain convenience there.
They're horny all the time, like dudes.
Don't have to worry about getting pregnant.
You already know how to work a penis.
I think
God, I hope you're
everything
recording
knows how to
this.
work. I did get that.
That is going to go on episode 50 at the tail end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you already know how to work a
Wow.
penis.
wow. Well, you do.
That's just going to be a drop every now and then. Try to work a penis.